And yeah, we can just jump over and let's see how it goes. I made the flags myself at the top, and I'm very proud of it. You don't need to comment on that, or you can comment if you want to. So now we have lyx playing, just recently joined the team Frantic, a new formed Chinese team here, getting Persians, and his teammate will be MbL. And yeah, he is having the Teutons. On the other side we have Miguel playing the Turks and Eddie playing Byzantines. I'm very curious how MbL and lyx will actually do it with the communication. lyx English not too great, since we all know that he will smoke at least 5 cigarettes during that game. His typing won't be the best as well. And MbL obviously not like the most talkative guy when it comes to chatting. Miguel always prefers to play with music, so I believe all 4 players will really be chatting here. And yeah, now we can see, oh, lyx already says me knights, so yeah, we will learn how good his English has become over the last years. And he is already axing, and now let's take thought about the civilization. So we have Persians and Teutons. Not so great when it comes to monk rush for the Persians. Teutons obviously having the anti-conversion bonus, very great against Eddie, who is very famous for being a very strong monk rusher here. And on the other side we have Miguel with Turks, so I believe the civ advantage is a bit on the side of our France-Brazilian combination here, but remember game 2 will be switched civilizations, so no big difference here. And yeah, I'm very curious to see what strategies they will go for. Some relics here at the front, and oh, not a great sweep here by Miguel, but won't matter too much. Let me think. Yeah, overlay is right. Let's get the fish off for this one, because it's very unlikely that we will see a lot of fish being being fished here. Fish being fished? That's a bit confusing, but happens. And oh, one more outside to lyx, not the greatest thing ever. Did he actually spot that? Yeah, he did. Is he trying? Oh, and Eddie is going for the lame here. Eddie is behind one villager. Oh, but failed the lame. Only, yeah, he got it twice actually, so that's a bit confusing that the ball didn't follow. But yeah, randomness factor is there for sure. And now he's going for the second attempt. At the same time we have Miguel pushing his deer. And oh, lyx saying 2, and indeed the boar is running back a second time. Now let's see, down to 3 HP, so lyx could go for the early kill here. Should see, oh no, he doesn't see the boar, and he's probably running towards the base of Eddie, trying to block there, but Eddie should go towards Miguel. Let's scout what MbL will be doing here. Does he maybe see the boar? He does not. He at the same time is getting his boar. Now within the house for 20, and it seems like Eddie, oh, he lost it again. Wow, that was super unfortunate for him. 3 tries and didn't really succeed. So now his scout is down to 3 HP and he accomplished basically very little. The sheep, the deer of lyx, very unfortunate position, very far back here. And yeah, not being pushed, so we will see lyx farming heavily compared to the other guys, but with Persians, not the biggest problem. And we have MbL not pushing deer here as well, and he pushed 1 as it seems, and that's a very late second boar as well. He had pop 20. Oh, the boar running back, and reasonable positioning. And I still am asking myself what compositions we will see, because lyx and MbL, they cannot go both for paladins. Could too easily be outcounted by Harbinger Monk of the Byzantines and maybe Camel plus Janissaries. So, MbL says Ice Siege and Monastery Boom. Not 100% sure how good that will be, especially with his exposed gold spot. But lyx agrees. That's strategy they will go for. But if Miguel simply goes for Janissaries, I think he can do a lot of damage. Maybe Miguel with his 3 aggressive gold spots going for some monk aggression would also be an option. Not the greatest efficiency here when it comes to his wood cutting. And even one villager being stuck there. The berries. We're going for a second upper camp after he already has 5 villagers of wood here. Very atypical, I would say. And Miguel pushing his last year. Obviously on Arena, we don't have the action starting too early. But when we get into the action, it always is furious, and a lot of games going into Imperial Ages, heavy booms, nice strategy choices, and great team play. So, yeah, just calm and relaxed first 12-15 minutes, and then we go into the real action. And, oh, lyx, quite an early uptick, especially without... Oh, that will be tough for him. Especially without any deers yet. And only 4 farms, so will be tough. And he is now deleting a wall to push in the deer. Didn't have any sheep left over. Normally you try to put a sheep in there and then push the deer through the open gate, but that won't happen now. Let's take a look if Miguel is going for stone, but he isn't. Look at those 2 stone spots offensively. If you want to build a castle, you normally send the last 3 villagers on stone and the first 2. And then you have the perfect stone amount. But he's not going for that yet. Maybe a bit later. Maybe mongrels. I think Janissaries would be so good against Teutons here. And... oh, Steffen, congrats to the pyramid. I'm watching for lyx as well. Obviously no one went for loom yet. Not really necessary since you're sitting behind, yeah, very solid stone walls. Everyone quite reasonably with their up times. Let's take a look. lyx and Eddie a bit faster. So MbL has the best uptime here as it seems, yeah. And lyx a bit better than Eddie as well. So at the moment it starts a bit better for... yeah, kind of a very interesting team. And I think they can go very far, but they can fail miserably as well. So, I'm very curious how they will play out. MbL, as he said before, going for the siege monk defense. And we have lyx going for the stable. We have Eddie going with only 2 villages on gold so far. Let's see if he adds more and is going for Monk Rush. And let's see what Miguel is going for. Or is stable here by the church player. Something I would not have expected to see. Why is there a relic in MbL's walls? Well, that sometimes happens, and yeah, you cannot get to those relics unless you delete the wall. And yeah, he can get to a lot of relics. Let's take a look at his point of view, and he actually sees 3 of them. Did not see this 4th one very close though. And let's take a look at the uptimings. Within 8 seconds difference. And Eddie, 28, did he loom? No. Oh, Eddie already 1 villager behind. Everyone pretty close. 3 very similar starts, but Eddie slipping up a bit. Obviously not known for his super crisp build-ups, but more for his strategy, micro, and brain powers. If I reach the chat while casting, sometimes, maybe when we get into the intense phase, I will probably not. But yeah, since it's all build-up and some people might have some questions, I can try to squeeze in 1 or 2 your questions for sure. Oh, now even adding the late market here by lyx. That's a bit surprising. Miguel already at 2 military. And remember, he is playing the Turks. So it could be an option to see him go for a lot of light calves. Let's take a look. He has added 2 added, so it's now up to 3. Building another house there. And only 2 on gold, so that won't be the biggest aggression ever. That farm is actually already seeded. Who's the sexiest AOC player? I think GotA was voted the sexiest, but that was by the Chinese community. Okay, now let's see. Reaching castle age, that means light calf. MbL going for 1 monastery and is heavily on gold. On the other side we have Eddie with 4 on gold, adding 1 TC only. All the 4 players going for Borsor instantly. And second TC here at the front by Eddie. 1 TC, 2 TCs. And MbL at the moment the only guy who's not adding TCs. And LYX 1 extra TC, so it feels like Miguel and Eddie taking it a bit slower. Going for the scouts and trying to prevent some monks coming out. Oh, very sneaky at the side as well. MbL second monastery and still no TC. That's very, very, yeah, untypical I would say. LYX, aggressive siege workshop. Now let's see how Eddie will defend that. And remember guys, all his 3 gold spots are over here. Yeah, we have 2 extra gold spots here at the side, or actually that's only 1 extra gold spot. The other one is of Miguel. Now loomed by LYX here, and that's still not scouted. Let's go into the point of view of Eddie. He should not see that. Look at that, not even scouted. His scout from before, only 3 HP, but bites and teams bonus. Having Town Watch gives him the advantage of seeing that siege workshop here, and that should give him an intel. And let's see how he reacts. Now he axes, and oh, they are not chatting. So it seems like Eddie actually convinced Miguel to go into TeamSpeak. LYX now maybe showing his scout, and yeah, Miguel should come over, and that will be the perfect counter, because LYX will maybe go for Mangonel, some scouts, and that will be an easy clear up here by Miguel. And yeah, we simply have, oh, by Miguel, yeah, and MbL didn't, yeah, simply didn't communicate that Miguel was going for more light cap. Maybe he didn't, but that will be so beautiful for Eddie. Doesn't need to care about anything, and LYX will be so far behind using that Mango. And the 2 scouts can go out, Monk even there to heal if he needs to. And that was just a free snipe, and Miguel basically shutting down LYX here so easily. And yeah, as we can see, 7 villagers ahead, Miguel and Eddie team here. And oh, that's a fight he probably shouldn't take. Eddie now with a full HP scout coming in again, trying to go for it. Maybe should get this villager. Will wall himself for now, but the monk is already coming, so I only see this villager deleting himself pretty soon. At the same time, MbL is going for the siege workshop. And still no extra TC, only now going for wheelbarrow. Yes, he gets most of the relics, but oh, that villager is not deleting. It's not getting deleted. Why is that? Oh, the dance. And now, yeah, probably because he was walled. And now the mana is down. The scout is going for it. Nice switch here on the Mongol will still mana. And the camel is converted though. And look at that beautiful move by Eddie. He actually put the camel on defensive mode. So when it gets converted, it doesn't attack unless you give it a new, like, yeah, attack move. So beautiful move, but didn't really matter in this case. And another problem from before, Miguel too aggressive, or yeah, very open stone spots means Janissary defense is not an option for him against the aggression here by MbL. And MbL, is that a castle? It looks by the amount of villagers that it very well might be, and indeed it will go up. And Miguel, I don't really see him defending that properly. But bought 300 stone. That puts him up to probably exactly 300. No, he got some more. So 424. And he will try to build a defensive castle. What does he see? Another siege workshop. Not 100% sure if that's the best option here. At the other side, let's take a look at the villager count again. We are ahead by Never Do Math on stream 20 for Miguel and Eddie. So it's looking good for them. They only need to hold here to keep themselves in the game, and the longer it goes, it's better for them. So the timer is on MbL that he does, does some damage here. Now the defensive castle is coming up. only possible positioning is over here to defend his gold spot. Means he would be open over here, but beautiful realization of that, and is walling that right hand side area. Would it maybe have been an option for MbL to go to the other side? I'm not sure. Monk is going down, and Lyx is still doing some damage here. Oh, let's see, Ram could get the Magnol. At the moment it seems like MbL will get in, but will run into a castle. Maybe can get some annoyance running, maybe delay some or deny some farming, but that will be it. TC count 2.1 just finished by Lyx, and MbL is playing it 1 TC, MbL+lyx coming up. He's playing it the real arena 1v1 style. Not 100% sure if that's the best strategy on a 2v2, but he will put up the pressure. We have Eddie with 3 and obviously Miguel with 3 as well. And let's take a look at the resources of our player from Norway. Pop 55, only 43 villagers, has the highest military count, but that's very weak military. And he will just count on, those traps. Let's take a look at Miguel's resources. See on the way to MbL+lyx, I think he might be thinking about it. Not producing at the moment, only 1 Janissary and only queuing up 1 villager. I believe he might be clicking up pretty soon as well. Now selling some wood, so he is preparing to click up pretty soon. And then it will be 1 castle with some traps against a Turk who might have the better eco and might go for bombard cannons. Very small window there for MbL to hit, but he could do it. MbL's second castle coming up. I'm not 100% sure if that's the best placement. Eddie now clicking up to MbL+lyx, so is Miguel. Let's take a look at Lyx resources. 300 food, 400 gold only, and heavily house. Only 1 villager at the front building houses. And take a look, he has some more in the back. And here's some at the side, so absolutely does not want to be housed. Light cav coming up for Lyx. Wants to defend against the monks here, but Eddie, he would simply go for Ram Harmony push if I read the situation correctly. And Lyx adding some stables here and going for Cavaliers. Not 100% sure if that's the really best option he could go for. Then Eddie, similar eco. I think that will not be easy. Miguel now going out, very exposed to his other gold spots here. Let's take a look if MbL scouted that before. He did actually, so, and it would cost him nothing to just send his spearmen and monks over to just play the small wizard. And just take that relic as well. I think he has 2. Wow. He still didn't take that one out of his walls. He doesn't see it on the minimap. Look at that in the minimap. He doesn't see it, but still. That should have been 5 relics at the moment, not 2. Okay. Now traps coming out. I believe Miguel will lose that castle. Will go for a lot of bombard cannons to defend. Maybe he can rush out artillery, but we will see about that. Now lots of cavaliers and knights, maybe later cavaliers. Now pikeman upgrade for Eddie is trying to go for the convert. He's only converting against the knight, and as you can see, stand ground for them. Mangonel trying to shoot against the monks. Beautiful micro by the monks, but that was a nice amount of converts and a lot of kills against the light cap. Still all 3 monks alive, so that was pretty well done, and we have to push on the other side. Miguel now in MbL+lyx. Let's take a look at what he is doing. Not even trying to repair that castle. And bombard cannon, only 1 queued up. This is a bit low on wood, so artillery not an option. And it costs, I believe, 450 stone, so without any access to stone, obviously super tough to get to that. Now going for some hand cannoneers. And Eddie, I believe he will be very strong against Lyx, and I'm curious how that will play out. What will MbL go for? Going for the +2 attack and now going for his 30C. Sorry for the fast scrolling. And still no ratings here at the top. And Eddie with the full push. going for the Rams, going for more updates, even going for redemption. And we are asking you okay, and Luke says no, and I believe that he's correct with saying that. But what can MbL do? Can he actually send over some army? Not sure. He would lose everything at the front. Where are the bombard cannons? 2 out here for Miguel. Not sure if that's the best placement for the houses that he desperately needs. I come castle drop. Why and where? Well, Teutonic Knights obviously would be incredible against Eddie after he would have lost all his monks. Going for Rams and Halberdiers only. But before that, I think sending some small units in won't do much. And now, as we said before, bombard cannons doing their job, even doing some damage against the knights here, and well protected by hand cannons as well. And I don't see MbL doing anything here. Hunters from behind. Should be snaking 2, maybe 3 monks. Give me your stone. MbL says he wants to go for another castle. He's getting the +3 range, so that means he can actually kill bombard cannons without artillery. So those castles now with let's hope he did that on the other castle. Oh no! It was on this castle being denied, and he needs to research it again. That was such a bad timing for him. That's so brutal. He could have it would have been 13 range, I believe, against the 12 range of bombard cannons. So he would have not lost that castle if he researched it in the back, because Miguel would not have had any possibilities of traps, and this castle would have been so deadly. But now he needs to fight for it, and the full focus of Miguel on that castle. I'm not sure, dropping down to 3.3 HP, and now he should focus with his castle on the bombard cannons. Let's see if he does it in time. I would send all my hand cannoneers at the front, but Miguel is not doing that, trying to go back with them 1k HP. If Miguel is not killing that castle, he might never do it. 400 HP and Miguel is going back. I think he should have focused on that 160 HP and is not committing. That was a big mistake by Miguel here. He could have killed that castle. MbL going so down on stone. I think he just should have sent all the hand cannoneers in and the bombard cannons, because now that castle will be so strong. I have no idea how Miguel should kill that one. He can still easily go for MbL's main base. I wanted to say, but there's another castle, and those castles are just so incredibly good. But on the other side, it's so ugly. Eddie is pushing here. Rams and Halberdiers. We have now Persian skirms for the defense. That won't really work out. And yeah, Lux is saying IGG, and I believe him as well. So that might be the first win here for Eddie and Miguel. After a very convincing push here by Miguel and not Miguel, by Eddie. And yeah, GG is absolutely in the air, asking again to not resign beforehand. But oh, Miguel just screwing up a bit, but Eddie winning on the other side. Those 3 light caps coming up over here and killing that push against Eddie were just so beautiful. And yeah, MbL agrees. He has cartography and sees how bad it looks. GG! And 1-0 here. Let's take a look at the achievements. Military count is better for... Oh, military overall was very good for Eddie. He pushed a lot and not a lot of kills overall. We have a lot of converts on the side, and Eco was very good for Lux, but did that really matter? Not on stone at all. Miguel couldn't get to stone as well. And yeah, nice push with this castle, but would have needed his range upgrade a bit earlier, and then he would have kept the stranglehold on. And what an interesting game. MbL playing it very all-in-ish here. Very poor eco, but if you have 3 castles, it would have all been good, but Miguel sneaked through and would have killed MbL most likely here. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. And I will load the second rack. And yeah, they played earlier today. I wanted to cast them live, but then I felt like I would be just overlapping too much with the escape AoE, and didn't really want to do that. And therefore, I think just doing it directly afterwards is a great idea and worked out beautifully. And yeah, interesting first game. I think the other games will go a bit longer. Let's update the score. I didn't prepare that yet, but no, it should be added indeed. And I will be back in roughly 1 minute. Just take a small breath, walk around a bit, and yeah, then we will be back with game number 2. Now with Reverse Civilization, miguel+edie playing Persians and Teutons. And we have Lyx and MbL now going for Turks and Byzantines, which I think are the better civilizations on Arena 2v2. My backhand experience should be something for story time again. I still have a mark, like I'm not even sure how it's called. I still have a scar. That's true. I still have a scar from my backhand experience. So I will tell about it another time. Okay guys, then let's jump into game number 2 here between Lyx and MbL against miguel+edie. I started the rec a bit earlier so that we don't need to see 3 villagers getting sheep for 5 minutes. He's blowing his emote, his nose should be an emote. I'm not 100% sure. Okay, so Lyx is now playing the Turks. What's wrong with my overlay here? Now it's better. And still, it again puts fish on. I think I won't do that every game, but that's it for now. Okay, so Eddie already behind the villager again. What happened here? Oh, we know what happened. At the other side, MbL lost one as well. What is going on here? That's so confusing. At the same time, MbL said I3T2 boom ram halberdier. And Lyx said me you, which means unique unit. That means he will go for Janissaries here. Oh, we have Eddie not finding his sheep outside here. But Lyx not finding them as well. Trying to scout in front of the arena, and those sheep are pretty far away if you ask me. That's very untypical. So let's take a look at the maps. We will have Lyx going for Janissaries, so he can easily defend a bad map. And yeah, just needs to go for stone, then can build a castle over here, and should be super safe. He is facing Eddie though, who is the master of monks, but monks against Janissaries not working out too great. So let's see how that will play out. And let's take a look at his map. Very nice defensive main gold here. Nice defensive stone, wood lines, everything defensive. Even an extra spot of berries inside deer. And now Miguel, his teammate, finding the sheep for him. So that's pretty good. On the other side we have MbL, the harbor deer rampush guy. Pretty open spot here. Stone gold. And stone also to the left hand side. Another gold spot, so all of them pretty exposed. Oh, that's a weird shape of a gold here by Miguel. I think probably the rarest one, I would say. And yeah, his gold is a bit further back. He's playing the Persian, so castle age aggression pretty tough for him as well. And go Europe. That will be tough if we have one guy from Europe and one guy from China and one guy from Europe and one guy from Brazil. So I'm not really sure who you're cheering for. It's so confusing. And now MbL going for that gold spot. Weird. Didn't want to show it over here, but I think that gold spot isn't better either. And who is still not up? It is Lux. Bring up the latest. Everyone going up a bit earlier this time too. Actually they're up with 26 villagers as well. So only Lux did add one and not having the greatest start here. Normally, even blocking villagers here. If you go up with 26 villagers, or not 20... Yeah, 6 villagers, I believe. Never do math on stream. 10:45 would be the best. Yeah, so Miguel only 5 seconds behind. Is that possible? 11:45, I mean. Yeah, I think so. By the way, I have a never do math on stream emote coming up, so never do math on stream. I should listen to myself a bit more, more often. Okay, now players reaching feudal age. We can see MbL going for the full boom, and yeah, Lux is sending 4 on stone, so a bit differently here. And 2 on gold, reasonable resources, maybe a bit higher resources than you would normally see, because he was upping with a higher population now, pushing in the last year. Should queue up so 2 villagers, 1, 2, and buildings coming up here, blacksmiths, bam, and all good. But Miguel already clicked up before Lux is actually, halfway through his first villager. So that will be, a solid 40-50 seconds behind. You can see all the players clicking up quite reasonably, and MbL asking for the start. Let's take a look at relic positioning. Eddie is actually being surrounded quite reasonably here. As you can see, 1 over here, we have 2 space over here, and at the north, the last one, and the 5th is at MbL space. He has 4 on gold. That's a bit surprising to me. He did say he wanted to go for Harbor Deer push, and then you normally would see 3 on gold, and he has a lot of villagers on Straggler still, waiting for Horse Cutter to finish, and then I want to see him seed some farms. Let's take a look at engagement here at the middle. MbL was trying to team up, but very low on HP, and now needs to go back. Let's take a look if he wants to let them in. No, not really. And let's see what he types. Yeah, MbL sees all the troubles. But what can they really do? He is going back into his own base. Let's take a look. Is he? Oh! That was very close. But he's getting home. And yeah. Now can upgrade to light cap, can get his castle up, but yeah, all the players will see what Lux will be up to. They can see, oh yeah, There is a guy with a lot of villagers on stone. The castle will be defensively as we don't see any villagers going to the front now. We can see Miguel going for the full boom. That's a bit of misplaced TC if you ask me. And we have Eddie going for, take a look, 1 monastery, 2 monasteries. So third monk defense against the guy who goes for Janissaries. And MbL with now 5 on gold means he will go for at least 1 monastery as well. And 1 extra TC here. Is he going for a second extra TC? Not yet. Oh, Lux is luring in that 1 scout. Let's take a look. He is obviously without loom and does not want to research it. Is he really willing to take that fight? He is retreating. I think he could have taken it. Now the scout very low on HP, but still would be enough to kill 1 villager. Let's take a look at villagers at the farm. Anyone very low HP? Not really. And double monks. At the other side, Miguel should have the best boom out of all of them. Second TC by MbL. Oh, 1 HP, survive against the scout. But yeah, the scout saw everything. Monks could maybe snag those relics, and yeah, that Lightcav surviving here with 1 HP. It doesn't really matter if Lightcav has 1 HP or 80 against the monk, it's just his convert or no convert. And after it got converted, it will get healed. Anyway, so Sanctity now being researched by Eddie, and he will go. Oh, thank you so much, Tito, for your subscription. And I'm not sure, it seems like we have some problems here with Twitch at the moment. That doesn't show up. It shows follows and hosts and such, but not subscriptions. But you know I love you, even if it doesn't show on stream. Hey sir. Hey sir. Hey yeah. Hey yeah. Okay, so now going forward, and Eddie, even with the siege workshop, or what is this villager doing? Not 100% sure, because pushing against Janissaries there seems a bit risky, I would say. Let's take a look. Is Miguel going for 4 CC? He at the moment is 6 villagers ahead to MbL. At the other side we have Eddie and Lux being dead even, and I have still no idea what this villager is doing. He's snacking 1 relic and now going back. That is so weird. Why did he go for that one as well? Now escorting this back? What? Okay. Oh yeah, he wants to have 1 villager to 1 hit the. Yeah. He wanted to have this 1 villager to 1 hit this light cap. That was beautifully done. Now moving away his 1 villager is getting 1 convert against the Janissary. Let's take a look if he's getting the second one. Yes, indeed he does, and is killing that. And Eddie is winning, and that was beautiful. This villager, I was so confused, but he obviously knew that the scout had only 1 HP. He could have healed it, Lux, but how could you ever expect a guy to send a villager up front? What a beautiful move. Let's see more converts coming in here, and another Janissary. Let's take a look if he can get the reconverts done. And now deleting that Janissary. No upgrade so far by anyone to convert other monks. Atonement, I think it is called. Now Eddie, super idle. He probably is still clapping. I did that pretty well. And yeah, now back to work again. He at the same time is going for 2 extra TCs, and we have Lux playing at 1 TC. This looks so good for Eddie and MbL here. I'm very confused how Lux, or how great Eddie was doing that. And was he debating? It feels so much like he was catching on relic, knew that Lux needed to see that, and had still 2 monks. Not carrying any relics, able to do the converts, and this 1 villager who had only 1 mission. Looks at the same time now going for atonement. Not 100% sure if that's the most important upgrade for him. The villager, he wants to get more kills. Miguel at the same time only 1-0. So he only got the scout, nothing else. And we are snacking some relics. Let's take a look at villager count after we see some converts of MbL maybe coming over. No atonement still, and he's converting that scout. He doesn't want to convert the villager, obviously. Oh, he actually does. I think that's a big mistake. Oh, even deleting the villager and killing the scouts are so well done again. Eddie, he is just a master of those Monk ward situations. And yeah, I absolutely love how he's playing it. Miguel, very heavily on stone here, building a defensive castle, doesn't want to get Monk pushed. I would be very surprised to see elephants. Very unlikely scenario. Miguel 15 villagers ahead, Eddie 13 villagers ahead. It's looking so good for them. And let's see, oh, this time Lyx is saying yes. And yeah, he's looking in better shape. He is only at 2 TCs though, and his push isn't strong. We still have Eddie sitting behind walls. He has so many monks out. He's getting a defensive castle rolling, and yeah, that looks like a pretty good hold. Now we have MbL going up to MbL+, and he has 3 TC boom. And yeah, Halberdier Rampus is obviously very deadly against the Persian. He needs to go for something else than Nightcap, I would say. Let's take a look what he will be attacking to. He's even going for stone. He cannot go for elephants, can he? He's now going for 4cc. He has a nice amount of farms, and I don't see him going for either a stable or an archery range yet. The barracks just finished, and we can see what his tech choice will be pretty soon. At the moment, don't kill me, please. I don't want to see an elephant here. Now clicked up to MbL+ as well. That would be so crazy. And he's going for the Halberdier defense. Okay, that makes a bit of sense. Let's take a look. Oh, defensive tower by Eddie here. Interesting sneaky move. He's stonewalling a bit behind. The castle will be up. He's going for fletching as well. Lyx preparing for the push at the front, but he did not click up to MbL+ yet. But neither did Eddie. So we will have a higher tech fight here in the south. And obviously the guys who were fighting a bit more intense here at the top will be having a very good time. Let's take a look. Miguel. Better eco, but obviously his halberdiers will be more expensive compared to the Byzantines, who are obviously lacking the last attack upgrade. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the resources here of Lyx. 500 food, 300 gold, and Eddie 300 food, 500 gold. A bit higher on the wood count, and he is going up to 40 Cs as well. And he's losing 1 stone spot at the front, 1 gold at the side, so it's still all reasonable. Where is this? Oh, other gold spot is here at the front, so... Oh, but he might lose 1 of his relics, and I'm not sure that tower defense is too great here, but I'm not sure what else he could go for. Miguel? Wouldn't perform too well if Lyx decided to come to the other side. I think a push of MbL and Lyx together could spell huge troubles for Miguel here. And maybe, yeah, that would be an option if they coordinate that correctly. What will be the decision of Eddie? What will he go for? Now going into MbL+. Still a very weak eco here for Lyx, only 66 villagers, so that means we have Miguel and Eddie roughly 40 villagers ahead overall. Weird tower defense here by Eddie. I'm super surprised by that. Miguel now Halberdier defense, and yeah, seems like MbL really wants to kill that house. Now Ram is coming in, and the defense not set up, only some pikemen out going for the +2 attack. At the same time we have MbL going for the +2 defense first, Eddie going for Botkin Arrow. People are actually researching Loom now, and I think that will be pretty stalemate here, Halberdier against Halberdier. Or actually we have, MbL still only with Spearmen, but should be attacking pretty soon there. Let's take a look, some converts against the villager of Eddie, but that won't be too important. What will Eddie actually go for? I'm still very surprised that we aren't seeing any tech decisions by him. Is he maybe going for Onager Mong? Would be very weird. Let's see how he plays it out. I think the positioning of Miguel should be a bit more up the front here. He doesn't really want to have the Rams attacking his castle before he goes in, but Yeah, the Rams can't really get in. The Monks will all get sniped, and then he can clear up all the Rams as well. Janissaries now coming to the other side, another castle, and let's see how they will continue. More monks here at the side, and he's keeping up the production, getting his second relic, and Miguel now going for a siege workshop. Let's see what they see. Miguel has no idea at all. He knows that there's nothing coming out at the front. I want to see some outposts actually. MbL going to the other side. Block printing coming in by Eddie. That gives him 12 range on his monks. Let's take a look what he sees. He's still without cartography. I think that's a very research upgrade by most pro players. And let's see how Eddie will do that with all the possibilities he has with his monks. And what else is he going for? He's actually going for knights to counter against the Janissaries. And yeah, that's exactly what Lyx will be going for. Let's take a look. We have the mass harbor here trying to attack against each other, but Miguel knows that he has no chance if he doesn't get any convert help here. And Eddie now, let's take a look how many Janissaries he can get. Janissaries now pushing in. He already has two and is trying to go for more. Look at that. That's actually pretty good. Lyx is now trying to go for the convert against the monks here of Eddie. Now the attack is pushing in and continuing. Bombard cannons raining down from behind. Look at that nice amount of Janissaries here by our Teuton player, and he cleared up a lot of those Janissaries, and now it feels like they're in a pretty good spot. Still better eco, still tool up, and if they can go for a lot of Cavaliers, maybe even Onage attack for Eddie, so I think that will be pretty deadly. Some bombard cannons, Monk harbor the Onager, and now everyone's grouping up and they will have all the control here in the middle. Miguel now going for Cavaliers as well. That's a bad decision that actually both are going for Cavaliers. No, Eddie cancelled it. Oh, look at that. Eddie wants to go for Cavaliers, but now they switched away from it. Eddie will be going for Onagers and Monks, and we have Miguel going for the Cavalier attack. Makes sense to me. Lyx shouldn't lose that bombard cannon to convert. Trying to do the long range snipe, but Eddie just super aware, has the same range, is going back, and that didn't kill. No, it's only 40. The Monk actually survives the bombard cannon shot, having 45 HP against 40 damage. Now going for gold here, and Miguel. What else is he going for? More halberdiers and more skirmishes now by MbL. I know that he loves the skirmishes, but is that really the unit you want to go for in a long MbL fight? Not too sure. What I hate most about Arena is that it's so tough to trade. But in this case, Eddie and Miguel actually have a pretty reasonable map to trade. Not so much Lyx, who would need to build his markets over here. So very stalemate here. Lyx and MbL catching up when it comes to the villager count, but at the same time we have the tech choices here by Miguel going for the paladins. Let's take a look at his amount of paladins out already. Cavaliers, he has a solid 10 out now. Going for all the defense up. Oh, +4/+4 already researched. He's going for everything. Hand cannoneers and halberdiers as well. And yeah, he still has a nice amount of gold. Where are the extra gold spots? I'm not sure where they are. Oh, 1 gold over here. Still not used. And yeah, Lyx losing another castle. Artillery finished. And now we have 14 ranged bombard cannons. Let's take a look how they will try to engage that. Range 12 here by Eddie. And 1 bombard cannon being converted. Let's take a look if he's getting more. Oh, nice kill here against 3 of them. And SO being researched. So Eddie and Miguel will go for the better combination of units if you ask me. But still, The Turks can be pretty deadly. Janissary is a bit out of position. Now all the Cavaliers are pushing in. Janissary should move. They're losing a lot of HP and Miguel is pushing in. All those Paladins going to the front. But if they fight against the Halberdiers, that would be pretty bad. Janissary is going down. Halberdiers now at the front. Nothing else to support. Eddie was out of position. Only now coming in. At the moment, it's only Miguel. And that will be a lot of lost costly gold units. At the moment he's tearing up a lot, yes, and he might even kill all those skirmishers, but still I have to insist that this is pretty tough for Miguel, and MbL can just go for the very easy gold unintense straight here, but Miguel is pushing. SO should be researched any moment now. We have the defense upgrade goal coming in for Lyx. He has a lot of Janissaries. Miguel is continuing to push in, and he has a nice amount of army for sure. Overall pops are pretty even. SO out of position. Halberdier even catching them here. No support. And still, Eddie is so much out of position. It feels like Miguel is fighting 1v2 this whole time. And Paladin count is dwindling, but so is the Janissary and Skirm count here. What a beautiful attack. Miguel continues to push in. Look at that. More Paladins coming in. More Bombard Cannons now going to the front. Where is Eddie? He needed to be here. He needed to have the ground attacks against the Janissaries, against the Halberdiers, and could have helped out so much better. Eddie a bit out of position and only now going for cartography. They would have needed that so much earlier. Miguel still continuing to push. Paladins here being massed, but so many Halberdiers out here by MbL, adding more barracks as well, only now going for the +2, and SOR coming in. That might be so deadly. Military count is a bit better for Miguel and Eddie, but does that really matter? They can hold. Castles are so good here, and remember, Lyx can snipe bombard cannons off Miguel from the long distance. Overall points are looking very strong for Miguel as well. They need to think about trading soon, or they will run out. Let's never do math on stream. Roughly 1.7k gold left for Miguel to mine. He does not have any relics. Yeah, Eddie is still getting some gold, but that's limited as well. At the other side we have, an attempt of... Oh! Is Mimino in the chat? Or anyone else? To send me the missing part of the wreck. So we are now at... No, it's not paused. I'm casting the wrecks. I think it dropped. And I don't have it dropped. Another drop file. Game pause in wreck? No. Okay. I believe... Oh, that's so tough to judge. That didn't drop. No. Could you see if you could provide me with the missing part of the wreck? Something is wrong in my record? Did I drop? Okay, I will just fast forward it. Shouldn't take more than 2 minutes, and or maybe like 3 or 4. Did you select the mod? Oh. Tetsuo is coming up with the great ideas. Lucky that I didn't drop in the first game. So guys, I did a mistake here, and it will be fixed in like 3 or 4 minutes, so that won't be a problem. Gladiators of Arena mod. Aha! Okay, let's just vote the winner. That's funny. So guys, what happened there is I was casting a wreck, but there's a special mod that reduces the efficiency of slinging in this game, and now I believe they researched coinage or banking or something, and therefore my game dropped because now it went out of sync. And So I will just quickly speed it up, and my game goes like in 10 times speed or even faster. So we won't miss too much, but yeah, sorry for that. That was completely my mistake. But yeah, players are already clicking up to feudal 8, so it won't really take much. So what really happened there is Miguel going for a lot of paladins there, pushing heavily, and we have MbL with a big halberdier defense, but I think they need some rams. Rams would really do the job there against halberdiers, janissaries, skirmishers. Yeah. But for now they are pushing with some bombard cannons, which will obviously get outranged by the bombard cannons here of Lux. So I'm now at minute 25 roughly. I think I dropped at minute 40 or something. So sorry, it's my mistake, and thanks for bearing with me. And yeah, well, it is all will be solved, and Miguel is owning. I think so as well, yeah. Okay, then let's jump into the person. It will be like super hectic now, and I will just show you some of that again, and then we can jump into the game pretty soon. So paladin upgrade now. And soon we should be quote-unquote live again. And you can see, that was a big mistake. Onagers too far behind. They could have gotten big shots on everything so clumped up. They could do so much damage, but Eddie just chilling too far at the back here. And could have been so much better. Don't get me wrong, it's still a very good fight for Miguel here, but focusing on that Siege Workshop didn't really help out. And I think now we can go back into normal speed, I would say. I will leave now. So, now we are back into the game and should all be fine. Sorry for that. And we have Miguel still pushing in. We have more barracks here of MbL, something we saw before. And yeah, we did the math before on the gold spot. So yeah, just one more minute of recap. Military count, we have only 26 for Eddie, although he didn't get attacked and didn't lose a lot of units as well. Look at that, only 29 lost units. And still not high numbers, but yeah, Lux didn't lose a lot as well. We have mainly MbL losing a lot at the front here. Now getting his +2, and yeah, soon we will see something like coinage or banking coming up here at the right hand side corner. And oh, this Janissary is absolutely over committing here, trying to control in. And now SO shots could be pretty good here. And now finally they're fighting together. Miguel now pushing in 12 range, but look at that, Lux in the back with 14 range. Could snipe those bombard cannons here at the front. And Miguel now running out of army. He needs to go back to halberdiers. And yeah, now we can see Eddie is clicking banking. That's the moment where I dropped. My bad. Okay, now everything we can, at least I see, is new to me. Whoop, big onager shot. And oh, boy, those bombard cannons are low now. So some ground attacks by Eddie, but not too efficient. Eddie going for banking. He should have endless amount of food, right? Only 1.1k, but he's not going for a lot of it, and is having 9 villagers in that tower. Now going for the third relic. And yeah, they're just missing rams. Just think about what could MbL and Lux do if they just face like 5 rams. At the moment, bombard cannons here at the back doing a great job, but they need to run as well. Great micro here by Eddie, and yeah, they're pushing strong. The cars are now going down. There's halberdier production. Oops, what is MbL doing here? deleting so much of his front. He obviously has a lot of gold, and that's such a strong army. Paladins here at the front. Let's click all those halberdiers, and you can see how they're dropping an HP. Every SO shot so deadly. And look at the pop here of MbL. Now sending all its villagers to the front to get some bomber towers up. And he has a lot of gold and a lot of stone. Didn't use that, and losing a lot of halberdiers at the front. Still popped at 180 and is not building a lot. More villagers here being sent to the front, and all those halberdiers going down here. What a beautiful positioning by Miguel, making a very tight area, and all those Janissaries now in danger of dying as well. They need to retreat. Eddie now going for halberdiers as well. He's going for chemistry, and Miguel continuing his push. We still have only one market up. Eddie not being into the trade area. He had 3 relics. Now beautiful raid here at the front is getting for some more aggression, and he's pushing against Lux as well. There's still Miguel going strong. Bomber tower defense now being up. Caravans being researched. Eddie's trade should be starting pretty soon. Where is he going? He isn't going for it, and Lux is asking for the GG already, and I feel MbL does want to continue. Indeed, yeah, he says wait, he's going for the bomber cannon defense, and he knows that he can, yeah, hold quite a long time, but he's never going for very strong units. He has a nice food. Look at that, not a single farm in the second row. I only found one, and so he can still take very gold efficient fights. Has a nice optimized eco, but look at that military count 11 for Lux at the moment. He cannot really go for anything. Janissary is trying to defend. His food eco isn't great, going for defensive university. Wants to go for bomber towers now as well. Should maybe get all the stone from MbL. MbL having more HP on his bomber towers. Lux has a bigger range, so tough decision. What you want to go for? Probably the range, if you ask me, especially if you only fight bomber cannons and not traps yet. Paladins continuing to push. What is MbL doing? We have Lux only pop 120, MbL at 130, and the other two basically maxed out here. Let's take a look. Trap is being repaired, and that's just such a strong army. Wow, not very well upgraded by Eddie though. He's continuing to push, killing more and more bomber towers. MbL going for the full defense, and they are going for the better trade. Look at that. 4 markets here and going for more at the same time. We have Eddie only adding 1 now. So they will have the weaker trade, but going for the gold spots now of Lux, who is switching onto Hunters, trying to snipe those traps and SO, but so many halberdiers here at the front, and the push of Miguel is continuing as well. MbL Lux getting a bit of the higher pop, but yeah, it's taking them quite some time. Take a look. Halberdier production is real by MbL. Archer production, he only has 1 archery range left. At the other side, look at that. Instantly cleared up by Eddie here. And Lux was trying to go for the run against the Onages. Couldn't even kill all of them. Couldn't kill the traps. Couldn't kill the bombard cannons. 13 range here, and just a beautiful push by Eddie again. Let's take a look. We have now MbL trying to go for the defense, and yeah, I think he can hold for quite some time, but Miguel just can easily go to the other side, which he is doing now. We can see, it is so tough for ro8 here. MbL though already preparing to defend here. He's building barracks at the other side. They have cleared the trade line, and still no trade here. Let's take a look at that. 28 trade cards compared to 0. So in the long run, maybe MbL and Lux are getting onto the better composition, because let's take a look. Eddie, only some gold, and Miguel is completely out of it. Is he going on to gold at all? Let's take a look at the moment. Yeah, MbL is pushing back here, but so many paladins now coming in, and we have Miguel with not a single miner. Halberdier defense, and losing a lot of bomber towers. We have some defensive bomber towers now coming up for Lux, but there will be a lot of dead villagers here as well. Lux only at pop 120, all the other guys maxed out. But what is it if you are maxed out and you only have Byzantine halberdiers with only +2? possibilities. I push back, coming to you, is what MbL is saying, and indeed he is pushing back, and indeed he is coming to you, Lyx. But will it be enough? Lyx now dropping to maybe below 100 pop, and I was saying the trade was so good for them, and it still is, but what does it really matter if you're losing out the trade, and every new trade card build will run into more paladins? That won't really help you. MbL is trying to play his heart out. He's sending everything over. And again, yeah, he's pushing all the paladins back. But that would be an enormous comeback. Now going for hand cannoneers here. Again, will be MbL. Oh, I'm confused. He's just adding some archery ranges. And yeah, selling some food and the trade cards. Oh god, at least 15 trade cards already down. Halberdiers are doing a good job and more Halberdiers being sent in. But again, Lyx only at pop 110. Let's take a look about that here. And yeah, Teuton Castle now against Halberdiers. Not the greatest thing ever as well. Where is Lyx expanding? He's trying to go for more defense. Why did the Halberdiers go through that direction? Because everything is walled here and they're cleared up here at the front. So click to the right hand side, ran through the castle, and now they reach the area here to kill all the paladins, which will be super efficient again when it comes to gold efficiency. And MbL, so yeah, is mining gold, or could mine gold, is mining stone. He could sling Lyx quite a bit. Let's take a look at the resources of MbL. Not too high, but that's mainly because he's losing a lot. Look at that, 500 units lost. Miguel and Eddie combined only lost 370. Oh, 370. So Miguel, the absolute loser of the game. Not really, he's doing a great job of holding all the sides. He's playing like a madman. He knows that he needs to fight 2v1 for now. What is Lyx going for? Lyx needs to go for more towers. He will go for more hussars as well, and some cannon bomber tower defense. But Eddie's going for the strong push. Maybe should go for the +2 range here as well. SO shots against all the Halberdiers. Will he get this trap? Yes, and if not, the Onagers would do the rest. And yeah, now we have Miguel even going for skirmishes, going for fletching and +1 defense. He knows that he isn't really in the greatest setup here. Trade card is evening out. 3 relics for Eddie, 2 for MbL. But cannon micro is continuing and the trade is so much in danger. The castle, just attacking the trade here, and it's looking better and better for Miguel and Eddie. They're pushing, they're raiding everywhere. Miguel needs, Lyx needs all the resources, but look at that. MbL only able to pay 270 the villager amount, just not enough. MbL 104 villagers, but he's losing so much. His KD is basically 122. Not great if you need to sling a guy. And yeah, trade is running very exposed. Maybe another tower by Eddie could even be an option here. Traps will be super protected, but at the same time Lyx is defending this. And MbL is pushing at the front, but enough hand cannoneers out to easily clear up all those Halberdiers. Even the skirms at the back, not doing too much. Lyx now going for the +2 attack. Hussars should be going for the traps. Not sure why he's going for the villagers here. Will lose all his hussars, and yeah, if you only have pop 140 and your teammate as well, you shouldn't waste any units. You should maybe try to go for some kills to buy yourself a bit more time, like sniping onagers, sniping traps, but that wasn't the greatest click here at this side. Push continues. MbL is staying strong. He still has the defense up, and yeah, we have Lyx going for some army. He has full bomber cannons out. Now a bit of an Halberdier raid here by Eddie, who only now is going for the +4 attack. Trade card amount pretty even, spread over both teams. Ram push again of Miguel coming in. He has very poor upgrade for his skirmishes. Let's take a look. Is he building some skirmishes anywhere? Not yet. Not yet again. He, I think, did research them, but yeah, I believe only has +1, +2 so far. Let's take a look what Eddie's doing. Oh, Eddie's still without loom in this game. And traps trying to kill the bombard cannon, but bombard cannon being microed and is sniping the trap. Let's take a look. Is that enough? Yes, it is. doing great job. Oh, and that was a, yeah, barely missed shot there. Now crenellations being recharged by Eddie, so those castles will be even more deadly. And now we'll finally reach the trade cards here. I'm not sure why MbL is actually going for the bomber towers here as a defense and is not giving the resources to Lyx. He could decide where he needs the bomber tower the most, and bam bam! Great move here, killing the villager and killing the trap, which is more important. But now we see 14 range for Lyx, 13 range for Eddie, so you cannot really overextend with those bombard cannons. Let's take a look now, threatening the trade. Let's take a look. Is he actually reaching? No, he's attacking farms at the moment. Actually attacking harbor, yes. And MbL staying strong, and I'm so surprised. Look at that, they're still in this game. Wow, what a great game here, and I was a bit disappointed by the early defense there of Lyx, but didn't really matter because now he's doing a great job, and this villager is repairing after the tower died. Just a thief thing for you. And those halberdier maybe till the end. No, 10 HP left on the strap. Bombard cannon needs to be repaired. Maybe won't even live without the repair here. Some trade is going down, but not too much at the moment. And MbL is pushing back. That's what I said early on, and guys, trust me, I have no idea who won any of the games. Miguel just overcommitted a bit with very costly units, and MbL with his very cheap units was able to do the cost-efficient defense when it came to gold amount. Opa! Well, going down there is a bombard cannon, but though might be the trap. Yes, indeed. And so for now they are up here, and look at that. The trade is so exposed, but enough bomber towers to defend. And Miguel is pushing again. Looks at Pop 130, and he must be super surprised how this game is going. Dude, I was dead. How are you doing this? And again, MbL coming from behind and yeah, just sniping some more traps. Take a look, 2 bombard cannons out for Lyx again, and that means he can snipe all those traps and can snipe those castles as well. How are they doing that? I didn't see any like counter range at the map here, and yeah, once we're adding some skirmishes, that should be so good for MbL. But yeah, siege onagers should be so deadly against the skirmishes here, and now breaking the 1 hour mark. What an incredible game here by MbL. Fighting at all the sides, still not really strong at keeping the pop 200, but yeah, he's losing so many units left and right. Look at that, kill death for him, 500 to 800 compared to Lyx on 160 to 240 at the moment. And killing another precious trap, or is he? Yeah, the repair not in time. But he is here, not able to kill the bombard cannon. No, actually he does it, but still 2 new bombard cannons out, and they can just kill the trap and then kill the castle, and then the trade is safe. The trade is safe for them. Let's take a look at overall trade cards. Better for Miguel and Eddie now. They did catch up, but the trade not running too greatly here. Look at that. So many buildings blocking the trade. Still those villages idle. And take a look. Idle villagers for Eddie is 4. Some of them maybe in the tower. Ramp push for MbL now, providing some at the side. He is still holding strong here in the middle. Maybe needs to add some hussars now as well to snipe the SO, or he will need more of those shots. Miguel not having the +3 attack there really hurts when going for skirmishes. But yeah, he cannot really ask his teammate to go for skirmishes for him because he doesn't have the +3 range as well. And now Lyx is killing that next castle. They are holding strong with the defense, but still. And we have Miguel and Eddie so close to the trade. If at any point they can push in, they can easily kill it. Maybe a ram attack through the middle. Miguel just switching, the attack points here could absolutely be an option for him. What a great game. What a great game. Lyx +2 attack now, finally 4 hussars after all this time, still not completely upgraded. You can really see on how much stress he has been playing all these games. Now, weird choice of MbL actually going for right cap as well. Oh, and those as overextended, that buys MbL a bit more time. Where is Miguel's army? He is at a strong 56, and oh yeah, he's coming over here. Let's see how they will perform against the bombard cannons. Not too great. MbL renewing his barracks here at the side. More bombard towers, and yes indeed they have the 13 range, so we need to see traps. But from what castle? Eddie lost 2 castles. I think he only has 1 left at home, and still I believe that might be his start market here. So very inefficient trade for him. Lyx building more bombard towers. Let's take a look at the resources here, and stone only at 150, so that's still very reasonable, and they can get more up there for very sure. MbL just broke the 1k death mark. Indeed, in that 1 hour and 5 minute game. What an epic game by him here. More defensive towers. I want to see some side attacks indeed, like Eddie is preparing here, but that has to be siege workshop of Miguel actually. Just 5 siege workshops, 5 siege rams and a lot of halberdiers, and push into the trade and all the stables would be so great as a move. And now he's back to paladins, and if he can get the paladin running again with some SO support, they can push again, because in the end they have the better army competition. We saw that before they ran out of gold once, and now they should be up at gold. Look at that, MbL at MbL over here only at 19 trade cuts. He should go for more, only having 2 markets. He is producing some more, but yeah, he's going for halberdier skirmishes and some hand cannoneers, so not the most costly golden 10 stuff here. And yeah, the push at the top will be coming in pretty soon. Miguel is preparing the paladins as well, and that could be a nice surprise from behind. MbL, he is holding his ground, and Lyx is even pushing as well. It's looking so great here for the guys who got pushed back for the last 25 minutes. I have no idea how they did hold it. As I said before though, Turks can work off little gold and do Byzantines with no gold and do great stuff. And as now I realize MbL is saying be careful here, and now even cutting. I was very excited to see ram push, but an SO cut here is absolutely an option as well. Now halberdier is being produced, and you can see MbL super aware. He's fighting here at the front, he's producing over here, and he has the vision to take a look at that deadly cut here at the front, and he's even adding some halberdiers as well. And now nice shot here against the villagers. They have loom, but that doesn't really matter against an SO, obviously. Now the paladins, they like to spot from before the stories that the other paladins told them, and they want to have the same hero impact, but not on defensive ground here. If you want to kill trade, you go like defensive stance and patrol here, but that's something he didn't do, and didn't kill a lot of trade here, and it is stopped again. At the other side we have no push here. And let's see how this will work out in the long run. It feels like that was a push and instantly stopped. What did he lose? 10 villagers and maybe 5 trade cards in exchange of a bombard, in exchange of like 10, 15 paladins and an SO. That was great for MbL and Lyx again. 1 hour, 10 minutes, and I'm starting to lose my voice. Eddie now going for Scorpions. Could obviously perform greatly against all the trash of MbL. He's saying delete wall, not 100% sure why. Lyx is saying yes though without questioning his master from Norway. Scorpion push now, MbL going for banking. He wants to delete again. Well, let's see if he's done it the 3rd time. I think Eddie should delete that market, maybe should even build newer markets over here. He's having quite a reasonable trade if he would delete that market. And did he even delete that one? And MbL is asking, you want gold? He has 1.5k. Lyx says no, he has 200, and he suddenly said pop 180. They crawled back into that game, and yeah, he simply... Oh, he said... No, he said delete wall. Yeah, but Lyx understand build more wall. And yeah, he just said yes. I thought Eddie was going for heavy scorpion. Seems like he lost that siege workshop that was researching that, or did cancel it. Because he still only has normal scorpions, but now heavy scorpions on paladins. That should be so deadly against halberdier skirmishes. MbL, I think he needs to transition to something else. He does not have enough stone to go for cataphracts. What can he really go for? I think he needs to add some rams, maybe some hunters, maybe some paladins of his own. Now Lyx needs to push fast and unpredictable for sure, like the sweet man would say it, who got married yesterday. Super happy for him. I just quickly looked at his stream, yeah, like 3 hours ago, and he was showing some wedding pictures. Looked super happy, and I love this guy. And now it's second attempt of heavy scorpions. The skirmishers here trying to hold their ground. Heavy scorpions by Miguel as well. More hussars here at the side trying to go in for more raids. Rams could absolutely be the big unit here. Eddie not going for any units. Remember, Teutons having such a bad trash units. They have only scouts. They can only go for reasonable halberdiers. Very bad skirmishes as well. So it's basically halberdier and some siege. He would have needed trade so much earlier. I didn't go for it. Very open at the side. More siege workshops here at the left hand side to extend his push, going in even further with the bombard cannons and hand cannons. Did Lyx and MbL really do it? It's still only one SO shot away from resetting the hand cannoneer count to 0. Let's switch into the point of view of Eddie. Is he building some SO? Yes, he is. Maybe over here as well. Trying to get some at the side up would be an option, but not for now. Let's take a look. Where is the waypoint? I have no idea. It's actually in the siege workshop. Oh, let's take a look. Maybe he can buy himself a lot of time. On the other side we have the push. MbL not having an answer to the rams. Miguel absolutely pushing, and oh, those scorpions are just so good. Maybe MbL should even go for some onagers here. Not the greatest unit. Now a lot of paladins and SO here. I'm not sure if they should defend against the... Oh, ground attack even. Oh, beautiful move here by Lyx. And MbL is looking strong if he keeps up to those bombard towers. Now lacking the rams. Paladins at the front. I'm not sure if paladins is the right option. Does scorpions, halberdier and rams I think could do the job. And paladins only being built to help out the other side. Now a lot of scorpions being queued up. They have reasonable trade. Look at that. We have roughly 100 trade for both teams. Eddie now going for bombard towers as well. Let's take a look at the stone count. 180. Oh, and people actually buying wood. We have a lot of wood on this map left, as you can see. So they're not running out of wood in arena. At least that's, yeah, something I never saw before. MbL, he's holding his ground and still has 40 halberdiers at the other side? What is going on here? 73 military. And this push continues now, having a nice amount of rams. Here is Lyx. And cannoneers, and where's Miguel with all his paladins? Did he lose them? No, he still has them at the back here, but he cannot take the fight over here. I think he needs to retreat. Let's take a look. SO here at the front will be sent out of the siege workshop without his control. And the push. Can they push in here? That's what they want to do. This ram needs to close against this gate. He wanted to go for the big trade raid. Let's take a look. The next ram. That feels a bit like, yeah, the guy in Lord of the Rings too. The ram needs to kill the gate to send all the paladins in. But it feels like he is mismicroing a bit and now needs to fall back here. And Lyx is pushing further and further. Look at this, and that's an area so tough to control. And claim back. SO shots obviously great here. Maybe some ground attack. Oh, no, no shot here. And where are all the SO? They died. Lux now going for... Oh, actually no, they're going back to the south. And Lux is now going for banking as well. Now he wants to return the favor. Lots of resources here for Eddie. Let's take a look. Miguel. He should be looking at great resources as well. Nice food, and MbL says clear. Yeah, he wants to see the trade being cleared, and yeah. Seems like MbL is a team captain here. So many Halberdiers being pushed in, and yeah, they should all die in this choke area against some Scorpions. Miguel should even try to take that fight. Lots of camels now being produced to fight against the Paladins. Not 100% sure if that's the best option. I think just saving the gold and buying yourself onto even more towers would be an option. But what is MbL absolutely playing out of this world? Miguel not keeping up with production here. Absolutely not having enough gold. Look at that. He has 41 trade cards, but trade is not too great. 49 gold only, and still blocking each other heavily. And now the big attack is still continuing. We have Eddie at only military in his 30s, the rest around 50, 60. Where is Eddie's army? Shouldn't you have enough? Look at that, he has great resources. Why is he not getting onto enough production? Let's take a look. He has spread out army everywhere, but it's not at the front. Look at that, he still has a starting scout. Has units at random positionings, but at the front, where it really matters. He has one Halberdier and one bombard cannon. Oh, maybe make that 3 Halberdiers. But that's not enough. Eddie not keeping up with the production at the moment. We got a nice amount of Paladins. Looks, I mean, now going for Masonry. He should have had this so much earlier, but yeah, he didn't lose too many bomber towers. Did lose some over here, but yeah, maybe could have been 1 or 2 less. Halberdier push continues. MbL is just doing a beautiful job adding more siege workshops as well, and he's continuing to add up more and more bomber towers as well. Now big Paladin running here. Let's take a look. SO shots should be good. I can see one SO dying here and another one being shot down by all these bombard cannons from behind. Bombard cannon micro or bombard cannon repair continues. All the Paladins dying here at the front. Miguel and Eddie struggling heavily here. They're holding at the front now, but still so many bomber towers here in the back. So many bombard cannons as well. But MbL is doing just mirroring a bit what Lux is doing, building hand cannoneers on his own, building bomber towers on his own, and Miguel is typing the GG. G2 the G. What happened here? They had the big push. They could have went for it, but yeah, overextended a bit with all his gold units. He is saying GG, but they're not resigning. Eddie seems to be keeping in this game, and I don't like this move at all. Am I confused a bit? Let me check it. No, it is the GG to everyone. So yeah, it should be the end actually, but they're keeping and continuing here. If I was tournament admin, I obviously would always end the game here. That's very I don't want to say unfair sportsmanship, but simply don't do that. And yeah, but I think even if it is, and you can see Lux and MbL absolutely continuing. They are not getting distracted. They are pushing and continuing the aggression here. More bomber towers, more bomber cannons, more hand cannons. Eddie, so let's take a look. His resources are still endless. Look at that. If he could send something to Miguel, he's absolutely struggling for gold. He needs to add in some hussars here. But that's just such a big push, and Lux is playing like a madman, and suddenly they're ahead in score. Lux is saying yes for no reason, and Eddie is now giving the GG out as well. It was just 1 minute longer, and wow, what a great move. Oh, great move. What a great defense here. MbL holding out. Lux already asking, being down to less than pop 100. Can we resign already? And MbL says, no! I still have 5 barracks and I like to spam units, so you play till I say it is GG. And yeah, he had a nice defense, and Lux, yeah, continue to play. Had this bomber tower defense, and you can see was really desperate to hold this area. The trade was so open, and he was only like 2-3 tiles away from killing that trade. Look at that, his castle was over here. He had 12 range, and this trade was over here, and this could have been the GG, but in the end, they did hold, and how they hold was just super impressive, and that guarantees us to see at least 4 games here. Trade overall, you can see Lyx pretty much at the top, and Miguel, he could have used 10k more gold there for sure. The trade just too inefficient. Let's compare trade routes a bit as well. Oh no, we can't do that sadly. In whose point of view am I? I'm in the point of view of Miguel. So he had 49 gold this whole time. And we can't see the others, but that had to be longer and it looked a bit better. So great move there. And yeah, we will jump into game number 3 pretty quickly. Oof. The Europeans have won this match. I don't understand you. It's so confusing to me. And the third game will be team random. And you can see hear that the guy who I have the wreck of already found Chiefs. So let's update the score. It is 1-1. Whoops. And yeah. I will skip the first 2 minutes, and that was an exhausting game. 1-1. MbL+lyx against miguel+edie. Team random mirrored civilization coming up next, and I will be back in roughly 2 minutes. Stay tuned. Let's catch up his chat a bit. Bring back Viper. He will be back. Viper is in Germany to attend the baby shower of Jordan. Of Jordan's kid. Maybe being handsome AF. Thanks, I guess. Yeah, MbL clearly the hero of this game. Spring and True are the best US players. Is Influencer? Yes, as well. He will visit me? No. Yeah. But why wouldn't he be in the bracket for a All-Stars? He is. He is seeded top 4 together with Nikov, Tim, and Tato. And the bracket you see, the top 4 of that bracket will face the other top 4. So, impressive game by MbL. And let's jump into game number 3 here. Bam, 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 bam. Serious music coming up. Bam, 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 bam. I have listened to that so much during my cast. Okay, let's stop the music and start the action, because we can now continue. And we have Lux playing the Japanese, and we have MbL, the Franks, against Eddie's Franks and Miguel's Japanese. Okay, so we already have 1-0 death, so MbL already killed the scout of Eddie here in the middle. And Eddie has here in his base though. Not sure if you really need to build a second farm here if they were so close to your mill anyways. And yeah, okay. So we have MbL, very open gold and stone, but one nice defensive stone and a lot of space to farm in the back. Plenty of berries, but that won't be too important. And we have Lux, one defensive gold. That gold is reasonably defensive as well, or more. Yeah, I think it's more offensive, and that one's pretty open as well. Let's take a look at Miguel with his Japanese. He has a very nice defensive map here. 2 super safe stone, defensive gold spots, 1 outside, but that doesn't really matter. And we have Eddie with a reasonable map as well. I still wonder how it came that MbL and Lux actually teamed up. And yeah, who asked who first? Probably MbL asked, but yeah, it is surprising to me. Okay, let's take a look at relic positioning. We have 2 here in the front of Eddie and 2 kind of in the front of Lux. And where is the 5th one? Oh, here in the base of MbL, who is going for with 2 glitches on stone. Frank castle drop incoming? I'm not sure. Which puff did you don't really care if you say MbL? I might remove what I said about you being top 1 German player now. I didn't download them at all. I asked Nimino to give me all the recs and rename them so I don't get spoiled. So I don't know how many games there are. I know at least 4 now, but I have 5 records, no matter what the score is. And I think it's out of the point of view of Lux. Not sure why he chose that. He has Ho. Yeah, seems like MbL is adjusting his English. We can see what he's gonna do. Yeah, that's not sure if he... Luxa says yes. I think he absolutely should have said like, you scout or something. But that's just, you can see what he gonna do. It's just such a complex sentence. I'm not 100% sure if that's like game strategy optimum. Multi-sheeping here by Eddie. And now we can see stable and blacksmith. So Eddie, absolutely an option for him to go for knights here. We see Miguel going for monks, most likely monastery, market and blacksmith coming up. And he has 3 villages on gold. Not the greatest gold camp though. If he wants to go for monks, maybe he's building another one. On the other side we have Lux with a quite nice uptiming. Blacksmith and market as well, obviously. Going for the eco upgrades, and he does not have a single farm. Wanted to wait for horse color and now will start his farming, as you can see. And yeah, even focusing on low villagers here, or not really. On the other side, we have MbL going for the aggressive castle drop, or what is going on. Let me see if... yeah, pardon me, boom, yes. If you go monks, you do monk defense, yes. Okay, so Lux will boom. And MbL will play... it seems like Frank's defensive X-Men? I'm not sure if that's a viable strategy, honestly. Like, why? Maybe one defensive castle and then boom behind that? But then you could delay that a bit more? Huh, I'm confused. Okay, so Lux will go for some samurais, but Miguel will go for at least 2 monasteries here. Let's take a look. He might, yeah, want to catch. And by the way, Lux didn't go on gold or stone as well. Only now sending over some villages to build a TC, and should be building a TC somewhere over here as well, I would think. Oh no, over here is the second one. I should have sent those villages a bit earlier. It's going for Boso now. And still confused what MbL will be going for. I feel like he will be super behind when it comes to boom. Some scouts for Eddie now. And he should be going for some extra TCs as well. It's going for Boso. Instantly 1 extra TC and the second one. Oh! 1-1. Eddie and MbL. And still full HP as well. Heavy blow for Lyx, and he will start heavy farming. And very late TCs here. Was up earliest, but yeah. Defensive castle here by MbL. He seems to not have liked his map. But what will he go for? Like defensive axemen? That's not a real strategy, MbL. Miguel going for double monastery, as we expected, going for 1 extra TC. Will not be able to afford a second one. And Eddie is only going for 1 TC so far. I'm a bit confused. What is Eddie going for? Has a lot of floating resources. He's now going for the monastery. Did go for some scouts. And Eddie says that he sees a defensive castle here by MbL. And what is this? Siege workshop defense here by MbL as well. And let me see what MbL sees. I'm so confused. He scouted everything of Eddie. And was he really so scared of an aggressive attack of Eddie here that he wants to go for castle and defensive siege workshop? I'm super confused. Miguel will go for the monks. And we'll go for some aggression. If MbL now builds a defensive manual, I'm what? How is he so hard? Like, it could all go differently. If Eddie is going for a sneak aggression, has 2 monasteries and a siege workshop up here, I would say MbL is the greatest mind reader of all time. He's so clever, such an intelligent player. But yeah, Eddie is just booming. And yeah, MbL is just stuck on 2 TCs and is building nothing that can really do anything at the moment. Oh, small misclick here by Miguel. And Miguel is now sending in a third villager actually to build an aggressive siege workshop. Now getting the relic. Without doing a step actually, he only really picked it up. He was standing next to it and just extended his arm. Military count 5-5 to 1-1. Better eco for Lyx at the moment. What is this scout doing? How did he get in? Probably chasing. And yeah, there was no super low HP villager. Let's take a look. Ooh, Miguel. 3 more hits. Yeah, won't happen. He actually wants to keep all his HP inside because he doesn't want to have Lyx going outside and scout the siege workshop potentially. Why is he? He's showing his tag now. I think just stay inside and keep your 45 HP up would be so much better. Now he's showing that he has an aggressive monk, and Lyx should react. Let's take a look how much stone Lyx has here. He is at 180. And going for another TC now. Ooh. Now sees the ram. BK. I'm not sure if MbL understands that. BK is obviously B for the Siege Workshop and K for the RAM as a hotkey on the keyboard, but still, MbL has to be a mastermind to know that. I wouldn't know what that means. Convert is now coming in, and I'm not sure if Lyx, is he actually? No, he's not getting away. Okay, Lyx defense now, monastery, barracks, what else? Only mining camp, yeah, he has a nice amount of villagers. Edie has pretty much the same like MbL. That's super weird, MbL. Edie slowed himself down quite a bit. He's now going for 4 CC though. And those scouts will be pretty nice against the monk defense of Lyx. And let's see what Miguel will be able to do. He has a nice amount of monks and keeps on pushing, and he has 3 TCs as well. So he's not too far behind when it comes to villagers. Only 9 behind at the moment, and he can catch up more easily than Lyx. But Lyx is on 4 TCs, now going for a defensive siege workshop, and a lot of villagers idle. Look at that, 12 villagers idle. So the ego actually pretty even at the moment. What is Lyx getting out? Another monk. Edie now running around, trying to snipe a villager here and there. Lyx actually has loom. Good for him. And he will get a defensive castle up as well. But where should he get it? I believe something over here would be an option. He will need to sacrifice something. If he could get it up more offensively, that would be great. But how? Oh, that's a sweet Magmel shooting over the forest here. And it's omened now by Lyx and Miguel. Oh, that ram will go down, and Miguel, I think he's in a good position to get full control here. That you see needs to be repaired, and then he does not have a lot of goals. On the other side we have basically Boomfest, 4 TCs for MbL, 4 TCs for Edie, who does not have the greatest boom. Look at that. Only 4 villagers ahead against MbL, who, yeah, seems to have a pretty reasonable boom after that after all. Miguel with redemption, Mangonel going around. I think they could have stayed here and just killed this town center. The castle will go up. I think it could have been a bit more offensively, but yeah, just be safe. And now out of wood even. Only 3 villagers on wood over here and 4 over here. So he actually only has 7 villagers on wood at the moment. Let's take a look. Mangonel micro. Redemption finished. Miguel knows it a bit better than fire. Pledging now for Lyx, wants to increase that range on his castle and maybe some damage output. Oh, atonement! Now the scouts are ready, running around. Edie clicking up to MbL+lyx. Now defensive towers from Lyx. This push continues for Miguel. Will kill that TC for sure. No villagers continuing to repair. 2 out, and oh, some villagers dying. Now all the villagers getting out of the TC. MbL is clicking up as well, giving the information over, and he will help, he says. Want to see a lot of stables out. Oh, Lyx is doing a great job, and after that leading his own manual. The CC of Lyx is down now. Let's take a look. Is Miguel up to MbL+lyx or looking into it? 500 to 500 gold, so it's looking better than for Lyx. I want to stay in the point of view of Lyx. He will still keep on repairing that TC. Only 1 manual at the moment. Now back to 2. Trying to repair microing this 1 village out of the danger zone. Now dropping below 100 HP. 2 manuals should finally kill it. Re-microing again. Why did he move there? I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, I think at the moment it's just buying a bit more time for Lyx. He's now going for redemption as well. And atonement. Let's take a look. Some converts against the monks. Finally the TC is going down. And Mangonel being converted, and what are the players going for? We can see MbL going for stables, and so is Eddie. So we will see mass cavaliers, and that will be so much better for Miguel and Eddie, because monks can help out so much when it comes to cavalier against cavalier fights. Just convert 3 or 4, and the fight can go so much more in your favor. Oh, this one. Mangonel is going down, the villager not repairing, Miguel not on point there, saving it. And what is Miguel doing? Now finally he should be clicking up, and then we could have block printing Japanese monks controlling one of the gold spots. And if that one is running dry, he still has a lot of gold, so that won't be running dry, and he still has another one at the back, so it's looking, yeah, okay in that regard for Lyx. He's now going for more monks as well, so that will be the whole monk phase, and I like this decision. Lyx going for, yeah, mainly gold here. Mainly monks, I mean. Therefore mainly on gold. Eddie +2 defense at the same time, and cavaliers. We have MbL already researching the +4 defense. Let's compare military count between them. Eddie at 12, MbL at 8. And yeah, let's see how that continues. We have Miguel. And now needs to convert against the monks. They're jumping back into the GC. Oh, that's just so intense when it comes to all the micro. Maybe he should even add 1 or 2 more Mangonels, but yeah, it's so tough to micro them. He is adding a castle at home. That's actually a weird decision. Probably wants to be safe for the possibility of MbL sending over 2 Patriots and coming in with all his cavaliers. Then he has protected his monastery a bit better. Or maybe, yeah, simply has no villagers at the front and wants to get that castle up to have straps out a bit earlier. Looks still only in castle age. Eddie now clicking, paladin upgrade, and we can see MbL still not having cavaliers completed. Cav coming, delete that wall. What wall? Does he want to come from behind? Oh, he shouldn't use any converts on the spearman here. Let's take a look. Oh, lots of converts against the monks. It's looking very good here for Eddie. He should have the stronger units. What is that? Gate is still open. MbL wants to have this gate open. Looks still not really reacting to that. Now Eddie's raid is coming in and Lurk's in a hell of trouble. Just think about 10 cavaliers being in that back here. MbL is around, wants to defend that, and that's just so good for Miguel here at the front. Looks. His spearman is still on stand ground as well, and Eddie is sending in relentlessly, at least he should. So overhyped him a bit there. And yeah, at least he's sending in 3 more. That's a good start. And so is MbL. MbL is solid 1.5 minutes later when it came to Paladin, but he has bigger numbers. I think, yeah, I need 2 more. And now it will be the converts which might decide the fate of this very battle. And those monks at the front should be so good. Pikemen and block printing. That means Miguel will continue pushing, and he only is countering against MbL. And MbL will struggle so much. Looks now going for the pikeman defense. Look at that. No boom in the back. He's down to 2 TCs and desperately repairing. Is losing his monasteries at the front now as well. And soon it will be a big paladin against paladin fight. Eddie should send in more. The converts have to be real. Okay, let's take a look. Miguel, he needs to have the great micro here and get all the paladins for him. Eddie is now taking a fight, heavily outnumbered, but with a better upgrade. Miguel, is he adding more halberdiers? Yes, he is. And he's still attacking the TC at the front. Eddie is retreating now, wants to go and should group up together with Miguel. Not 100% sure what they're doing. Oh, a very aggressive castle, not 100% sure that's the best one. Went to Mangonels out there. As you can see, Miguel is now axing. And that has to be some dead villagers. We need to see Miguel focusing on the monks indeed, so that he doesn't lose the Mangonels. Let's take a look. That should be a lot of dead villagers here. 1 shot, but this castle is getting up so fast. And I'm missing simply too many shots here. And now all the villagers can jump in, and that castle is at a beautiful spot. We can see MbL coming in at the perfect time. And Eddie not protecting all the monks of Miguel. This is looking so good suddenly. Eddie out of position. And Miguel was trying to retreat, did try to kill some of the villagers, but poor micro here, and suddenly MbL, again, he is the guy in control. He has the great eco, and he has 50 paladins out compared to only 35 of Eddie. And he's just, yeah, playing a beautiful game. Look at that farm eco, he's going for the trade again. And yeah, absolutely a must retreat here for Eddie. He does not have the numbers. He's sending in some at the side, but needs to retreat here. Miguel should be going for Halberdiers, and he has a better eco. Looks still in castle age, so that means Halberdiers should be better, but you need to get onto Halberdiers first. Now trying to go for the quick wall. Beautiful move here. That castle most likely will go up, and but some monks could convert those villagers. Only 5 villagers inside, 3 monks around. But I think this castle, if he plays it correctly, should go up. Eddie trying to attack at the side, focusing the castle, maybe thinking, okay, if I can attack against MbL, you can do the great job. And 3 converts against the villagers, 97 HP, he's right clicking on that castle, and it is going up. Now instantly focusing on the monks, only thing that is in range though. And Eddie leaving his traps exposed, and MbL doing a great job of walling behind that to place that wall. I wonder if he's not even open over here, and indeed he is. The paladins could go in for the raid, and we have MbL with 52 paladins. Maybe even an option for Eddie to go for some Halberdiers, but at the moment I think it's more important that we have Miguel pushing for all the Halberdiers, and Eddie, that's so bad. He's not keeping up with MbL at the moment. MbL just playing so much better. Eddie only now getting the last upgrade, but Miguel's push was just so much stronger against Lux, so I still think Miguel and Eddie are in control here, but MbL playing better than Eddie, I have to say. And now getting the raid in, and Frank Paladins 192 HP, and that will be a lot of dead farmers. Let's take a look at the eco of MbL here. Look at that. At the moment we have 9 farmers only working. He has a solid 50 idle villagers, and now needs to run and try to defend here. He's taking a bad fight at the front here, I would say as well. Needs to send in ro8 to defend, and now it's suddenly dropping down to 79 villagers. At the same time, Miguel is pushing. He has a Halberdier upgrade against a guy who's roughly 15% imperial age. And Eddie, now this is finally the fight he wanted to take all game long, and it's looking so good for them. And MbL needs to tab out here. Wow. Eddie finds the opening, he's going in, and yeah, closing down everything. I think that's a fight MbL should not have taken. And Lux just going for the full boom, didn't scout at all. Miguel is going for the aggression and really punishing Lux here, and that won them the game. 1-2. A bit slower, but yeah, he had the longer reinforcement line, was a bit out of position. Miguel was trying to go out, and they were trying to regroup. Then he wanted to go for the kill here against the villagers, but that was simply 30 villagers building that castle or something. Yeah, he lost like 10, and still more than fit in the castle were still standing around, so it had to be like 30. Okay, and let's take a look at the achievements. Military count great for Eddie, because he killed like 50 villagers in the end, and he had the better largest army in the end. You can see Lux never got into a great army, and his eco was just, yeah, he had the great boom. Let's take a look at the timeline. It was looking so strong, but as you can see, Green's military started early on, and he got just so much punishment, and Lux just shrank down and couldn't really keep up with anything. Nice castle age timing as well. Okay, then I would say we are jumping into game number 4. This is super interesting. It is now the team that is behind, that is MbL and Lux, deciding all 4 civilizations, which will be switched in the game afterwards. So if you give yourself super strong civilizations, and the others get super weak civilizations, you can most likely get it onto 2-2. But you're basically guaranteed to lose the 5th game. So that doesn't really help you. So there's so much strategy what you want to go for. And I'm excited to see what they will be going for. And yeah, I will just load the rack and I will be back in roughly 2 more minutes. And then we will have game number 5 coming up. And I think it's time for some a bit AOC music, I would say. Is this the best of 5? Yes, it is. Like the title says, the heading on Twitch says. Yeah. Okay, we are back, guys, and okay. At the moment, I really like how well everyone's playing. I liked the boom of Lux. I liked his defense. It was pretty tough. He maybe could have held a bit better. he had a defensive car, so it was super difficult to play for him. I like Miguel's aggression. Eddie's boom was good. MbL, after his weird defense, had a great boom as well. So the second game was amazing, and the first game I need to remember. Turks and Byzantines won. That was Eddie winning. So second and third game pretty nice for me, at least as a strategic standpoint. Second game absolutely epic, and now I want to see how they will play it out, and most of all what they came up with when it comes to civilizations. Again, MbL and Lyx are deciding off what civilizations, and then they have to switch. They cannot decide what civilization or who plays what civilization. They only offer the civilization for the others. So they picked Britons and Franks. So that's most likely a typical Expo knight composition, or maybe like later on Paladin Longbowman. And they gave the others Vikings and Persians, which would be Arbalest Paladin as well. So pretty similar compositions, I would say. Remember, Vikings not really having an option to sling here before Imperial Age. You don't have coinage, and banking you can only do in Imperial Age, and I think the base tax was at like 30% or something. Or 70%. So slinging is absolutely not an option here with the Vikings. So yeah, we will absolutely see him going for something aggressive. So let's rack our brains. Why did they decided to go for those four civilizations? Lyx and MbL, you want to have civilizations which are kind of similar in strengths and play into your strengths of what you want to play. So it feels like they think they're better if they go for Paladin Arbalest composition and want to force that. It is a very typical Arabia composition, Expo Knights. We can see that a lot on the last Arabia 2v2 tournament. And Lyx and MbL were obviously super great. Lyx, the reigning champion of the last five-digit tournament, and MbL, the Masters of Arabia 2v2 champion. So I can absolutely see why they think they outmaster them when it comes to great micro and great control there. But Miguel, I think, finishing second in the Masters of Arabia tournament. And so Eddie might be the dark horse. He's going for the Vikings here. Should have the best boom, but all four of them having an eco advantage. So booms should be strong overall on all sides for sure. So looks already clicking up to Castle Age. Pretty sick timing in the end. 1449. Now scouting a bit more. Let's take a look at the maps. We see Lyx not going for... Wow. Lyx is not going for... Gold again. So he will boom. That will be 2 extra TCs instantly. Maybe one here close to the stone so that he can go for 3. On the other side we have MbL, and he's not upping with the stables, so he wants to boom as well. On the other side we have Miguel, Market and Blacksmith, so that will be a boom. And we can see Eddie going for a stable, so he will build a monastery, I believe, indeed, for villagers on gold here, and will add 1 or 2 scouts after doing the eco upgrades though. So interesting composition. Let's take a look at relic placement. 1 over here in the front of Eddie, who has more HP, so should maybe take the fight against Lyx. And yeah, that's something he will always take. Can he get in? Yeah. Oh, and he keeps it open. Oh no! What is he doing? He's asking for Miguel, who's on the other side of the map. Where is MbL? Where's MbL on the map? MbL is over here. He's pushing deer. Oh, Lyx is sending a villager to the front, and I think he needs to give it up. Is Eddie? He will lose that. 9 to 9 HP, but he's now sending it in, and that's a kill scout for sure. So he lost some idle villager time, and Lyx knows that Eddie has a stable, and Eddie weakened the gates by 3 HP. So that's a small win here, but not really, not really. And Lyx is going for the full boom, as you can see. 2 upgrades, is going for the 2 expertise as we predicted, close to the stone. And on the other side we have Miguel, 1 extra TC, 2 extra TCs, so that will be full boom as well. Let's take a look. Eddie, aggressive siege workshop. Did he kill the scout? Not yet, but will do so now. Bam! First blood. And MbL out on the map. We have Lyx having no idea what's coming up. Did he scout this area in the front? Yes. So he could actually palisade scout it if there is some aggression. But he isn't doing that yet. Or he's at least not reacting. What's up with all the random hippos? I'm not sure what random hippos you are talking of. There are only normal hippos. He rushed, yes. Oh yeah, Lyx scouted it. So, but why is he building the siege workshop so much in the front? I believe Vikings don't have redemption, so Mangnol defense would be a reasonable option. Eddie behind that is not building another TC, so that's kind of all-in-ish. Is he... What is Eddie playing? He's adding another knight and is going for a ram. Lyx, I think this should be a reasonable defense. He just goes for 1 Mangnol. What is Eddie doing? He wants to go for 1 ram and then wants to go for the better Mangnol micro. And I think he should have like roughly 3,000 more arena games experience than Lyx when it comes to Mangnol micro. But still, I think Lyx should easily defend that. MbL, where is he building his TC? Yeah, okay, so he's going for 4th TC as well. And, or as well, he's the first one. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, that will be pretty crucial if Eddie is winning the fight here. Oh, he's getting 1 villager down. Remember, we have no looms, so even a villager quite out of range could get into some troubles. Mangnol now for Lyx out. Eddie is microing back his ram. Let's take a look. Oh, they're trying to micro this here. Eddie is running a bit. Mangnol. Opa! Nice first shot by Lyx, and this is looking so good for him now. Killing the ram even, I would think. Look at that. Eddie, the guy who should have the best eco, is playing at 1 TC, only now adding the 2nd TC. And yeah, nice scout by MbL as well, saying he has knights and Lyx is okay. Indeed. There's nothing that Eddie can do. I'm so confused by his strategy choice here. Going for ram and then Mangnol. I think if you go like triple Mangnol, that makes somewhat sense. But yeah, he was probably not expecting to see Lyx having his Mangnol out so quickly. And yeah, he now has 3 TCs and... Oh, Eddie's still at 1 if you want to be very harsh. Miguel now hand card, so that pushes his eco pretty nicely. He's on the same level like MbL when it comes to villagers. That again means MbL absolutely on point with his eco. He is at 4 TCs now as well. And Lyx is going only now for wheelbarrow. Could even think about a 4 TC here. Let's take a look. Is it 250 stone? No relic taken yet. That's pretty rare in a game here. But alright, where can I get AoE Conquerors at best price possible? You can either buy it on Amazon or you can go into the Steam workshop. So you just download Steam or go on the Steam website and can download it there. And you can play on Ruby or on HD on Steam. Or you can simply buy it on eBay. That could be like 2-3 euros cheaper than on Amazon. But Amazon obviously delivers faster, I would say, and more consistently, or what I want to say. Yeah, if you want to get it super cheap, just wait for the next sale on Steam. Then you can sometimes even get AOC with 3 more expansions. So well, we have 4 expansions now for Age of Empires 2 for less than $20. Okay, now Eddie is trying to go in for some raids, but obviously can't do much here, and is continuing with his manual raids. 3 TCs up for Eddie, who is behind 10 villagers. We have Miguel and MbL kind of at the same level, but I believe Miguel should be up when it comes to the upgrades. MbL now going for the monastery. And Miguel still on, well, now he has 4 TCs, yeah. I was surprised. MbL micro! Finally, 1 for none. That makes it overall 1 for 1. Want to go in for some raid, some annoyance, and we are now going for handcut as well. He's going for the university after building his monastery, so he will look into MbL as well, and this will be another longer game, I would predict. And yeah, what are the compositions we will see? It will be Paladin against, or like no, I will take that back. Paladin Arbalest against Paladin Longbowman. Maybe. Miguel going for the complete build, and he should be clicking up any second now as well. So did MbL, and we have Eddie continuing with this push and heavily behind with his ego, and I'm yeah, fearing for him a bit, because in the end it will be tough for him. Looks now clicked up to MbL. Let's take a look at Eddie. 500 food, 400 gold, and less villagers. Even skipping villager production here, you can see idling 2 TCs. Oh no, that was really idling, that was on purpose. Now going for MbL actually. Oh, that's some sweet damage that he's doing. Yeah, I was just thinking about, I wanted to time out the guy who was saying that you could torrent this as well. Dude, we're all living in the first world. Why shouldn't you invest like $20 into the game that you have like several dozen or 100 of hours of enjoyment? Well, nonetheless, MbL TC absolutely in danger, going down to 600 HP for Magnet still out. Spearman defense now coming in, maybe some ground attacks against the Spearman could be an option, but shooting a bit late. Oh, no, hitting them in the back. And yeah, 2 converts should be enough, I believe, to not lose a single Magnet. Indeed, great move, and MbL going for the Halberdiers against Miguel, who's going for full stables, so they will go for more of the counter composition. Thanks to Mendo. So, Eddie on the way to MbL as well. He did catch up when it comes to villagers. Miguel ahead as well, and this is looking good for Miguel when it comes to direct compare against MbL. Wow, that was a scrappy sentence. But Lux is heavily ahead against Eddie, so we will see about that. And yeah, MbL goes for rams and Lux goes for crossbowman, which I don't like. I think I want to see him going for longbowman. They're super vulnerable against rams again. So Persian rams and Vikings rams, absolutely an option. Well, this crossbowman should be pretty nice now, but Knights out and they are doing super damage. being Persian here, +2 damage against against crossbowmen and all kinds of arbalists and archers, really helping him out. He's going for cavaliers. Arbalists coming in for Lyx, crossbowmen for Eddie, so he will indeed go for crossbowmen. He will have, I believe, 2 less range compared to the arbalists of Lyx later on, and or maybe 3. It will be 5 + 6 and 5 + 3, so it's 3 less range. Yeah, 3 more range for Lyx, my bad. But yeah, that's a scenario for the pretty far future, because Eddie is just struggling a lot to get the army out at the moment. Lyx defending MbL beautifully here. And now the Halberdier push. We have another castle here by MbL, or I say another one, it is the first one. Miguel heavily on Halberdiers, so they will have the stronger composition, but again, Halberdiers, the more cost efficient one. So let's see how this will turn out. They need arbalists to support, and if the arbalists are doing a great job of killing the Halberdiers, and then the cavaliers can kill all the arbalists of Lyx, easy GG for Miguel and Eddie. But if the arbalist can reign supreme in the back here, and all the Halberdiers can take great fights against Miguel, we have MbL and Lyx in a very good situation. So it all comes positioning, numbers, army composition. It's such a tough game now for both teams to control, both teams to handle, both teams to fight, both teams to communicate. It is tough. Military count better for Lyx and MbL after their better booms. Imperial Age upgrades for Miguel, being the Paladin upgrade here. He already has +4/+4. We have Eddie falling down, and he cannot support enough, but he needs to support. Lyx is pushing, and I think they should simply push into the base of Eddie. Yeah, Halberdiers would need to run over, but still, I think the better decision. Did they maybe go for this because they thought, okay, we can maybe outsmart our enemies if we just go for Halberdier and Arbalest support, and they will always go for Paladins, but we'll lose that way? Because that was kind of won them the game in game number 2, and if they're doing the same in game number 4 and 5, they can close out the series. But for now, we have 2 match points for Miguel and Eddie, and finally we're getting into the strong army. Eddie only now getting ballistics and bracers, and look at that, even the Arbalest now threatening the traps. Arbalest at 10 range and the castle at 10 range as well, so they cannot really punish the trap here. But they're mispositioning themselves a bit. Eddie going in. And oh, beautiful wall here by Lyx. Nice, some style points. Arbalest now at the front. Let's take a look if they really want to take that engagement. I'm not 100% sure. We have MbL at the same time attacking for Cavaliers. Paladin will finish any second. Lyx needs to retreat a bit more. MbL a bit out of position, was late. All the Arbalest at the front going down. But now the Halberdiers are closing down the distance. We have Eddie pushing in. This looks like a very good fight for Miguel and Eddie. We can see a lot of Paladins going down though, and still some Arbalists at the back. We have Eddie not having any defensive upgrades, so he cannot help when it comes to long fight. But is it going into a long fight? Because more Paladins are reigning in. Nice amount of stable as well. Right hand side absolutely defensive, but for now they can hold it. 1 trap down, but 1 castle down of Eddie as well. And it's simply the numbers of Eddie and the upgrades that's really annoying here for Miguel. He has the nice Paladins, but he needs more support. At the same time, we have MbL preparing the switch. He didn't have the excess of 2 extra gold spots here. Or actually, that's the spot of Miguel, I believe. So where's Miguel's gold? That's the gold of Eddie. So Eddie will be running out of gold at one point. Lyx now standing and trying to defend. Just compare the range again. We have Lyx without a castle, I believe. Let's take a look. Trying to go for the stone wall. Nice rewall here by Lyx. Eddie having out 3 traps, but not able to close down. Arbalest now focusing down those villages to repair. Lyx is taking great engagements over here. Miguel running in, running back, not doing any damage, but taking a look. Oh, nice move here. Lyx going for the +1 defense on the fortified walls. Oh, one. That was so scrappy. I mean, he's going for the 45 volts and I'm just going crazy after, yeah, great series. And Miguel's now sending in so many more paladins. He's going for the big attack. Eddie simply doesn't have enough to support. Look at that. And Miguel having the great army, but Eddie only 20 military to support him. So Halberdiers are taking a great engagement. Yes, in the end, the paladins of Miguel will kill everything, but will it be enough? Is Eddie maybe going for the slinger? I completely missed that. We will see about that just in a bit. Now Cavaliers coming in. That will not be enough. Miguel, why is he not going in for the kill? Why is Miguel not going in for the kill? There are no Halberdiers. There are only some Cavaliers. Maybe he wants to go over here and wants to go for the eagle kill? Why isn't he going for the kill here? That was so surprising for me. Let's take a look at Eddie. Is there achievement tab? Yes, and economy, there's no sling. No sling so far. Eddie is really struggling with his eco. Let's take a look. 114 villagers and only 27 military. I'm still surprised. Miguel, strong 57 army. He's going for guilds now. Let's take a look at the market prices. Not too great. Now Paladins going in again. Eddie, why is he not getting up to enough army? I'm so surprised how he never got maxed out here. Paladins again pushing in, now more Halberdiers. I think Miguel missed the timing here. But still, he has a better army. He is pushing in, all the Arbalests are going down. So many Cavaliers going down at the front as well. Halberdiers here being sent in. MbL, can he do it again? It looks like no. Miguel, such a great move, killing so many villagers at the front here. Looks again, dropping down to pop 120. This is game number 2 all over again. But this time it's looking a bit better and they have more traps out. This castle of MbL will surely die. Why is Lux not having a single castle up? Why is he not going one stone spot at the front here and the other one? I have no idea. But at the moment, Miguel, just so many more paladins. They're controlling everything and oh, even beautiful moves by Miguel, raiding the site and preparing some rams. It's looking so good for Miguel, and Eddie is finally getting out enough skirmishes, and Arbalests is now going for the rams, but MbL at the same time still going for a lot of Arbalests, is going for paladins as well. And just building more defensive castles. We have enough Arbalests out here. Military count only 34 for our Chinese player here though. We have MbL asking for some food. And some being sent by Lux, who obviously, yeah, doesn't really need it if he goes for Arbalests only. MbL strong, 70 military, is attacking with all his Arbalests. I think that's a fight he should not have taken. He needs to wait for his paladin tech. Should still add more Halberdiers if you ask me. Arbalests now raining down from the side. This castle is in great danger. More units being sent in by MbL. And now Miguel is retreating again. Eddie's still not getting onto the great army here. Is now finally getting to pop 170. Is at 130 villagers, 45 military. And oh, nice war elite here. Lux is running around. Finally paladins for MbL, and they have 12 more HP now, which would be super nice. And yeah, the Persian bonus won't really affect too much because the Arbalests will always find in the back, and MbL will just throw himself at the front. Halberdiers, paladins at the front, and then skirmishes and the Arbalests of Eddie won't do too much. Did MbL do it again? Now the big attack. We have Lux a bit out of position. I think they should wait a bit longer to take that fight. Miguel has just so much and Lux not too much. They should retreat a bit if you ask me. But it is being sent in now. Husbandry for MbL. Trying to take another better engagement. Yeah, better positioning here. With all the Halberdiers, and Miguel is trying to retreat. Eddie's unit's not doing full damage, doesn't even have the last defensive upgrade, and Lux has so many Arbalests in the back. They're doing just so much more damage against the paladins, and MbL again just carrying so much. Beautiful positioning, beautiful engagement, and Miguel just not getting the support he wanted to have. Eddie at the same time going for some ramp, but still no siege ramp. and MbL+lyx at the back, killing all the paladins and only the skirmishes here against MbL. Wow, what is this? MbL, he's just winning this game again. After a beautiful game number 2, he's doing it again in game number 3. At the same time, we have an attack here over at the right hand side. Miguel is trying to go for it, but an easy Halberdier defense here again. So many MbL+lyx out by him. Lyx though, 70 military, Eddie only at 30 here, now going for thumpering so late, has a very bad market still, and now going for the big trade. That's good, but that might be too late if you ask me. Miguel still not set up for the trade, and now even is adding a scout. Is he maybe switching into hussars here? Oh, now sending in the traps is MbL, but they're pushing towards the middle. Look at that, Miguel just randomly building houses here just to prevent and buy some more time. Prevent the patrol to be super efficient against all the units. Miguel trying to regroup. What is Eddie thinking? Going for MbL+lyx skirms here, it was just out of gold. What? What a game, guys. Oh, okay. I think they were in a pretty tough spot. I agree. But why would you resign in that spot, Miguel? Let me take a look. He was raiding. Oh no, he was losing at the right hand side. Military count. Oh, it was looking pretty bad indeed. Villager count was so much better for them. But ay. MbL+lyx in the back, yeah, those fights. It was simply Eddie's attack over here. Just being smashed down instantly by Lyx, and then he couldn't really get up to it. Miguel Tico was just so much better than MbL. MbL was going for Halberdiers, then only later switching into Paladins. They bought so much more time, and Lyx just could go for a better army, and then could... The big fight here went so much better for Lyx and MbL, and suddenly we are evening it out. And it's 2-2, and we are going to distance in the series. Oops. Oh god. Wow. Really want to end casting? No, I didn't. But it like, yeah, I knew that was looking bad, but Eddie couldn't really get a foothold. Didn't have control over this gold. Miguel needs to get this one because he lost this one at the front, not controlling this area. Maybe Miguel, instead of pushing to the left hand side, should have pushed against MbL, but it was Halberdiers there. I think he needs to go for the left hand side. It makes a bit sense there that they went for the left hand side. It was tough. I think it was mainly because Eddie was so far behind, and Miguel couldn't really transition into it. And Lyx had a beautiful hold and won the game for them. And yeah, beautiful move by MbL there as well. And now we are switching the civilizations and jumping into game number 5 pretty quickly. Wow. And yeah, with those civs, this has to be super entertaining again, because again, I want to see how now Lyx and MbL will play it with the Vikings. I think you have to play it a bit more aggressively, because Paladins of Franks and MbL+lyx, or maybe Longbowmen from Brits, are just so much stronger. Okay, I think the decision was because Miguel get excited and spends his gold super fast with Paladins. Also game 2 after that just snaps. Yeah, I think so as well. He is having a very strong push, but then runs out of gold. And it's tough on Arena to get great trade running. Won't be surprised if he does it again in last game. We will see. And okay, so I feel like, guys, you know, game number 5. Think it might be time for a very special piece of music. Okay, then, guys, game number 5. Let's get hyped. It is still the beloved MbL+lyx against Eddie and Miguel. The winner will continue to play in the winner bracket round of 4, and the loser will drop out into the loser bracket. A tough scenario. I think the prize pool for this tournament is $1,200 or something. And I think top 4 are getting paid. So you really want to put yourself into the winner bracket here. Like basically always. And every caster is saying that like, you don't want to lose and you definitely want to win. So yeah, adding some magic here. And let's jump into game number 5. It is Lyx playing the Arbalest civilization again, and we have MbL playing the Paladin civilization again with Halberdiers, and we have Miguel playing the Paladins again, and Eddie playing the Arbalest, Skirm, Ram, Magno, Monk, Knight, Scout civilization again. So, let's catch up with the chat a bit, because they actually did can you fast ram Arab versus Brit. So I can come fast Pala. Can you send Scout? You have more ball here. Okay. So MbL actually saying, okay, you are playing against the Britons and you just go for a lot of Rams and Arbalest and I will add Paladins. So he again thinks that he might have the better boom. And looks actually going for the boss steal here. yeah, that's why you don't go away, Stefan. It was because of the hype song. It looks. Now the ball needs to be very close. Not taking any more damage. Great job. Miguel with Paladins there, screwed again. Not 100% sure if I can agree with that. He has a better boom. I think last game was really decided by Eddie. But yeah, more like MbL again with a Halberdier Civ. Yeah, in a good position. But remember, both teams already won 2 games, so it's absolutely up for grabs. And since Juan and Nikov dropped out of the tournament and Dowd and Viper got eliminated together with Kalini, actually those 2 teams are, kind of favorites to be in the finals, top 3, top 2 contender for sure here. So I wouldn't be surprised if they meet again in like losers bracket final or maybe grand final or something. So yeah, they're looking very, very strong to me. And there are still some kind of weaker teams who cannot really compete for the win. Has MbL played 2 tourneys today, or are these tracks from earlier this week? This was played during the Escape AoE stream, and he played the Escape AoE games like Thursday or something. Oh, and look at that. Miguel has a scout inside with 30 HP, and Lyx and MbL both have their scouts on so much lower HP. Let's take a look. Does he want to take a fight here? I'm not sure. He still has less HP. Does he really want to take it? Maybe yes, and then his villagers can take the fight. I think that's a great decision. Well, because now a villager with... I think he should have fought till the end. And if the scout goes down to 10 HP, then a villager couldn't die to the scout. That would have made a bit more sense, but... Viper Doubt and Kalini out. Yeah, indeed. Doubt was traveling, and the Viper played with Kalini, and they lost 3-2 against LB10 and Skittle. If you want to see those games again, you can see them, I believe, Viper's VODs or MbL, Mem VODs, or obviously on my YouTube channel. So let's take a look. The scout not taking this villager down. And let's take a look how they approach this. Eddie, Blacksmith, and Stable. Miguel. Again. Let's see how they approach this. Eddie, Blacksmith, and Market. Miguel, Stable and Blacksmith. Market and Blacksmith here for Miguel, and the Bloom approach by Lyx again. Kalini did excellent though. Yeah, agreed. And must be a lot of pressure on him as well. So, a lot of people were super impressed. Look at those relics. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, indeed. You heard it 5 times. Very close to Miguel. So that would absolutely be an option to go and collect them quite early on. He only has 1 villager on gold though, so that won't be any Monk Rusher style. MbL has 3 on gold, but with that amount of wood we will see 2 extra TCs being dropped for Shizzle, and Lyx with the fast uptime. Miguel, very late uptime I have to say. Not really sure what went wrong with his boom. He's playing with 32 villagers. Very strange. Yeah, he has a second patch of berries actually. I'm not sure why he's playing this strategy. Normally when you go up to 32 villagers you only do that with like Turks to play fast Imperial Age. Or maybe like Vikings and play fast Imperial Age, Arbalest Ram push. But normally you don't do that. And this time we have some aggression. Eddie is going with the aggressive castle, and he will do some longbowman aggression against Lyx, who will not expect that at all. 2 defensive TCs by him again, not on stone, and no TC on stone as well. He will get on gold, and oh, look at that! Lyx scouted that. Great move. He always, for the guys who don't know it, you try to build something and just scan around your base. And do this like weird handshaking, or you can do it like slower as well. And if it goes red, it says that there has to be a unit. And yeah, he obviously scouted this area and he couldn't see it. And he knows that the rush is coming up, and he is now going for the siege workshop. He got with the scout, and he might be going. Let's take a look. With the scouts as well. And let's not forget, Lyx and MbL both lost their scouts. so they will not have any intel on what is going on here. We will go for defensive siege workshop, and now everything is on the line. How come their bases faces the same enemies in all games? The preset MbL with miguel+lyx versus Eddie? No. It is not. Miguel, 3 scouts out now? That's a lot. We can see MbL, 3 TCs, and now houses being set behind the walls. See, as I said before, he's not in stone. Now standing 5 villages in stone, wants to really get those stone walls up. Maybe you should even consider going for fortified walls here. That doesn't cost gold. Now going for loom. And yeah, that's Castle now with 9 range and Longbow Man with 7 range. Mangonel only having 7 range as well, so Eddie will be able to do some damage. Lyx is trying to deny that and trying to hold. It will be tough. Lots of houses coming up, and that's a lot of threat into your face. Miguel building 1 knight, he is adding 2 TCs. So the pressure this time will be on Lyx. Oh, and losing a villager here. Actually reaching that area. And yeah, it will be super tough. Okay, let's take a look. Villager count. Obviously better for MbL and Lyx. They need to hold, they need to wait this out, but this is the first time where we see a big Castle Age push after maybe the push in game number 3 from Miguel. Mangonel now killing that, and oh boy, that will be a lot of Longbow Men out. 1 villager here at the front there. He's trying to get more stone walls up. Okay, Lyx only at 50 stone still, so that will not be an option. Can he get to more Mangonels actually? Not really an option for him. Trying to wall around a bit more. And 1 HP villager here at the front. And this is a very dicey situation. He needs to buy more time for his teammate, for his saving grace, for MbL to go for more paladins. He will obviously have a better boom. Let's take a look. 54 compared to the 44 of Miguel, and that will only increase because Miguel's eco won't be too much better. Now scouting weirdly here at the top. University being built now. He wants to get that fortified wall up. Why did he wall so weirdly? Not 100% sure. And now walling behind the houses. I like that. Now 2 patrons are coming in, and there's only 1 layer here. I think we will see Eddie getting in here. There's no chance of holding that off. 1 villager won't do anything, and now we have Eddie being in. Let's see, the patrons aren't committing yet. Mangonel's coming in. Oh, Eddie is losing time. Eddie's losing time here. What is Eddie doing? One more to the top. That's down now, and yeah, okay, he was just finding another angle. Let's take a look. University being delayed. I'm not sure if that really matters. He needs help. But how much help? Should MbL now go for knights to defend? Or should he simply stay? I need to go in. Yeah, I think that's the right decision. I think they need to camp it out. Oh, he's going for a barracks. I think Mangonel Monk is a bit of a better decision here. Let's take a look if the Mangonel shots can do something. This is such a dicey situation. Remember guys, whoever loses this game is reducing his chances to get into the money places quite a bit. And Eddie's pushing in. Let's take a look. He is playing 3 TC, but with a lot of idle villagers. At the same time, we have a very good eco for Lyx. 1 good shot here against the Mangonels. Now going back, and he is adding a monastery. 1 knight and 3 scouts coming in, and Mangonel not in range of the TC, so the scouts can easily kill the Mangonel, and even killing the second one without being punished. Maybe sneak in a villager to repair, get the walls up would be an option here by Lyx, but not that sneaky, at least for now. Spearman trying to fight down, but it's only 1 spearman, and the Mangonel is going further and further away from TC, but only 1 villager in TC anyways. At the same time we have I make army. MbL says, let's take a look. Did he go for cartography? Yes he did. I think at the moment Lyx is fine. I think MbL shouldn't go for army. I think he should go for the full boom. I think Lux is fine. Yeah, he's in big trouble. So I'm kind of, yeah, talking against myself there, but he has walls up. He didn't lose too many villagers. He will clear up those longbowmen. I think he will survive. MbL should boom. I think he's throwing a bit of the game here. Oh, I'm not sure if that's the right decision. Miguel could overtake him. Okay, let's take a look. Miguel, 20 villagers behind. Now going for the 5th TC even. MbL is playing 3 TCs. Banging a shot. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, good shot, good shot. Yeah, oh nice clearance here. And yeah, the spear went to the front. Now the knight coming in, obviously no defensive upgrade on them. And yeah, we will have only 3 more longbowmen out. So that will be pretty good for him. Yes, he will still lose a lot at the front and will get some pressure in his face, but it's all good for him. MbL, I'm not sure if that's the right decision to go for knights. Or actually, I'm pretty certain that it's the wrong decision. UU +2. Okay, yeah, it seems like Lux does not have cartography and he didn't realize what MbL was going for. Oh, that will be interesting. Manual out. Eddie might even be able to hold this. Let's take a look. He should focus on that manual. Maybe he can get a second shot out. No. Okay, Eddie, he needs to get out those manuals. Should queue up another one, but I believe this might even be enough. Has a lot of villagers out and MbL's push is failing. At the same time, we have Miguel clicking up. MbL doing, I believe, the wrong decision here to go for the clear up. Even if he clears it up, he has to be so far behind when it comes to economy. Actually, he is still ahead, but with stack, Miguel will just have the enormous halberdier push here. I'm so confused by this, I'm even losing my words, but the castle will even live. Luke's now trying to rewall here at the front, and this castle will stay. Indeed, so many arbalists out. No fortified wall, and yeah, this castle even preventing the wall off here. At the same time, still 3 TC boom. Lux and Eddie pretty similar. And Miguel will click up and Eddie will push in. Let's compare military count. It's 27 for Eddie. At the same time, Lux only looking at 3, and that's even a knight which which does nothing. Oh, second attempt by MbL. I think this decision was the decision that threw him the game and the whole series with that. Okay, MbL's eco. Now, Miguel's eco still not great. He will continue pushing with rams and halberdiers. Let's take a look. Manual micro. No ballistic here for Eddie. Lux, is he maybe getting a sneak manual out? No, he will just defend. And what is MbL now going for? Is he staying on knights? He sees the aggressive attack. Should get some of the villagers. Yeah, quick enough to not get the walls up, and MbL should now see the pikeman push. What is he going for? Eddie was a very late wheelbarrow. Should have gone for that way earlier. And now the Arbalists are pushing in, and those will be such a good addition to the Harberdier fight if MbL wants to go for it. Now he is going for the university. What is he going for? Will he go for hand cannoneers? That would spell trouble for him as well. I think he will go for hand cannoneers, but that will be so bad against the already out army here of Eddie. Let's take a look at the resources of Eddie. 600, 400, and Lux 700, 1k, and clicking up to MbL+8. So Lux might clear up what Eddie has. Simply 5 siege rams can easily clear that up. Then Eddie doesn't have too much. Maybe they can get onto rams and hand cannoneers, and that would be a great army. But oh god, longbowmen are just so strong. So I have no idea if that's really an option. Now we have the halberdier push, and it will be so deadly. MbL indeed is going for hand cannoneers. You can see going for defense upgrade, and the first thing he should click should be the university and click chemistry here. Is he missing the resources? Seems like he's missing food. Oh no, now he clicked chemistry. He is preparing with more rams here at the side. But chemistry and hand cannoneers, how much will they do against that amount of longbowmen? Looks, what is he going for? Is he going for rams and arbalists? He absolutely should be. This will be so tough. Now those rams are a bit early. Nice catch here for Miguel. Will intercept that, and that buys him so much time. Killing those rams is so good for him. Cap ram upgrade is coming in. He is killing all those rams for basically free. Not even losing a single knight here. We'll kill that ram as well, and that is buying him so much time. Miguel is switching it up, and he is going for cavaliers now as well. Will stop and will not go for paladins. That means the halberdier yeah, attack was just a fake, and MbL's light hand cannoneers will do even less. Eddie now on the way to MbL+lyx as well. And those longbowmen will be so strong, and then we will have paladin longbowmen against arbalest and hand cannoneers, or what will we see? I'm not sure. MbL not getting cavaliers as well, so he cannot. Now he's going for the defense and cavaliers. Miguel is going for halberdier attack after all, so that was just a switch and reswitch. Still doesn't have cartography here. Intense game, everything is on the line. Points are better for Miguel and Eddie, but that doesn't really matter. Lyx is still standing behind his walls, and he doesn't have really the production to get out everything and complement. Oh, but actually he sneaks some villagers out, and that's a great positioning. If he doesn't lose all his villagers in this case means his one villager. Hand cannoneers are coming in. Longbowman attacks should be coming in as well, and it feels like MbL is going for the strongest composition. Crossbowman, arbalest attack for Lyx. Longbowman attack for Eddie. Ballistics, heavy blow. He's setting himself up for the big army, and military count still so much better for Miguel and Eddie, and they're pushing in, they're killing some, but is it really enough? No push here at the side. Oh, MbL will lose that TC and all the villagers for sure. One gold spot over here needs to be retaken. Not sure why Eddie is splitting his army. Probably Lyx will get one attack out. Let's take a look. Is he preparing with his rams? Oh, he only has one ram out, so he will be pushing with all his traps there when he produces them, and MbL beautifully catching Eddie off guard before he reaches MbL+lyx and can upgrade all his units. That is so good by MbL. Is finding the nice positioning, and those are all his longbowmen going down, which were still left over here. He's clicking him to go into the castle, and that's a solid lost 10 longbowmen, but still doing some damage against the cavaliers, and now retreating, getting onto arbalest, but still only 3 archery ranges out here at the side. That will not be enough. Enough hand cannons to fight against the halberdiers, but still, where are all the gold spots? It feels like that's the only one. Going for siege rams now, and maybe a big siege ram push. I think that's a bad decision that MbL and Lyx are going for something to kill those castles. I think MbL should absolutely focus on building units. We are now going for the paladin attack. I believe he still only has one stable. Now he's adding more at the front, and he's controlling all this area. Another castle getting up, extra gold spot being claimed by Eddie, and now the push here at the front. How will Lyx and MbL be able to hold this, especially now when Eddie is getting lead longbowman? For now he's not able to upgrade that. MbL is getting some food from Lyx. Oh, Eddie, what are you doing? MbL going with the rams. Oh, great move here by MbL, trying to get more and more walls set up. I don't think that the house wall is helping out too much though. And now the rams are coming in. But Miguel should be pushing in with so many paladins here at the side now. The trap's doing a great job. Eddie down to only one castle. Is he rebuilding some at home? Yes, he is. He's getting more stone at home as well. He's getting a nice amount of gold. And now this will be a big paladin push. Hand cannoneers here not doing too much against the ramps and missing out on the left hand side. This is a great army composition here. Elite longbowmen and paladins. As I said before, those are the stronger units. Lux now doing a great job of killing all the paladins. Cavaliers here at the front, and MbL's now switching back to halberdiers. Is that really the army composition they want to go for? Probably no, but the army composition they are forced into, and finally the longbowman. And then we might see some snipers here with 12 range from behind. Paladin going into the eco of MbL. This is looking so tough for him. They're holding at the side here at the front. By are they actually holding? Looks with only 5 artillery and is out. I'm not sure if he has conscription. At the front, only killing the... not even the Magnots here. Trying to fall back. Nothing to buffer in front of the Obelisk. And this push is so deadly. He is trying to go for more halberdiers to defend MbL, that is. At the front, he is defending with hand cannoneers, but hand cannoneers now absolutely a unit that is, yeah, total waste. MbL only pop 140, Lux only at 130, not even having fully boomed eco here at 100 villagers. He is having, yeah, gold troubles as well, I would assume. Trying to expand towards the front here. And yeah, it might even be one of his gold spots. And this is looking so tough. We might see the GG coming in any moment. Rams are so deadly. Banking now even for Miguel. He has resources over to sling. We have the Obelisk trying to defend. He's doing everything to position reasonably well. More Rams now at the front, trying to soak up some damage. Lux is going for banking as well, wants to push MbL into a better eco. He is the person who wants to go for more army, but it's a little too late. And MbL and Lux are tapping out. Miguel and Eddie are winning in this epic best of 5 series. Eddie and Miguel continue into the round of 4 winner bracket. Lux and MbL dropping down. What an epic series. That game number 2 was one of the best arena games I've probably ever seen. And we had pretty interesting strategy choices after that as well. Wow, still pretty strong play from both teams, and as I said before, I would not be surprised to see them in a later stage, maybe loser bracket finals, maybe grand finals. And very, very good series indeed. And I was just thinking, okay, I want to see the Rex anyways, so maybe I will cast them even, so I wasn't super sure, but oh boy, they delivered, and what a great game. And yeah, some people were hating on Miguel's Paladin, but I believe he played it pretty well here. So, that being said, the game loser, I would say, was MbL's decision to go for the castle clear up here with the knights. Even if you cleared them up, he knew he would have died. Actually, he didn't knew. That was a big problem, but he would have died. He had a better eco. He had everything in his hands. And just, sadly, throw here. Take a look at the achievements. MbL, yeah, losing a lot of army in the end and losing all the villagers really hurts. Society doesn't really say too much in the end. Miguel, oh, he went for the monastery, had the 5 relics pretty much in front of his base like we showed before. And timeline, as you can see, MbL very, very strong here. Look at that, mid-castle age, so much bigger than Miguel, Lux and Eddie all compared. But then went on to army, and then with Miguel catching up, and he went for army later, but then smashed down MbL. What a great stuff here. And yeah, very impressed with the series. And now I think we can take a look at the bracket and how it develops. And I will be the weatherman once again. Over here. Oh, I have to be. Not. Oh, now I'm kind of sharp. Okay, so MbL looks over here. Now dropping down to the loser bracket. And we have Miguel and Eddie advancing, and they will play the winner of Back T and Slam against ACCM and Cool. So that should be a pretty good series, and after that a pretty good series again as well. So I'm super pleased with who's still left in this one. Hart and Leary, very promising. We have Loiser and Jon Snow who could go for crazy stuff as well. And yeah, I'm very pleased with the left up lineup. And I hope you enjoyed it, guys. I